Chapter 2361 Massive Void Gold Water. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. In front of the ruined stone tower. The great ancestor of Xinghai came here and said, I want to trade with your excellency a black god armor stone, this is 100,000 balls of void silver water. I saw that the great ancestor of Xinghai took out a void ball, which contained 100,000 balls of void silver water. Yi Tian sensed it a little and confirmed the authenticity of these void silver waters. Sure enough, it is 100,000 balls of void silver water. Yi Tian was overjoyed. It's easier than trading in the void galaxy. At best, Wukong Galaxy is just a treasure in Xuanqi territory. The most powerful overlord in it can't even enter the boundless blood list level. That is to say, Wukong Galaxy is in a remote area, and Xuanqi Pavilion did not pay much attention, which caused Wukong Galaxy to become an extremely dangerous place in the surrounding area. Okay, I'll deal with you. Yi Tian smiled. The two seemed to have forgotten their previous conflicts and unhappiness, and began to trade. I saw Yi Tian's incarnation took out a black god armor stone from the ruined stone pagoda, and the Xinghai great ancestor did not snatch it, but honestly traded. After all, this place belongs to the scope of the ruined stone pagoda. If he snatch it, Yi Tian's copy body can be shot with a single thought, and he may not be able to snatch it. Therefore, he did not dare to take risks. The two made the oath of origin of the Xuanqi territory. As long as they are within the Xuanqi territory, this oath can be fulfilled. After taking the oath, they began to exchange items to complete the transaction. It's here. Yi Tian quickly returned to the ruined stone pagoda with 100,000 balls of void silver water, while the great ancestor of Xinghai also returned to Xuanqi Pavilion with the black god armor stone. Ruined stone tower. Yi Tian looked at the 100,000 balls of void silver water in his hands, and immediately began to fuse these void silver waters. 18 balls of void silver water can be fused into 1 ball of void gold water, so these 100,000 balls of void silver water can be fused into 5,555 balls of void gold water. More than 5,000 void gold water, what a large amount. If it is used to impact the 4th stage, there is a great hope that the impact will be successful. The 3rd stage high-level immeasurable beings like Xinghai Great Ancestor and Jiang Great Ancestor are also working hard to collect resources for the 4th stage, but they are still far from complete. And Yi Tian only spent 1 black god armor stone to get it, he really made a lot of money. If Xuanqi Pavilion knew that I had this ability, it would definitely not trade void silver water to me. Yi Tian murmured. Xuanqi Pavilion. After the Xinghai Great Ancestor came back, he immediately refined the black god armor stone, and soon succeeded in refining the black god armor stone. The black god armor turned into a set of defensive armor to completely protect the great ancestor of Xinghai, and immediately he began to test the effect of this defensive armor. I saw Xinghai Great Ancestor let a group of Xuanqi Pavilion's 3rd stage high-level immeasurable beings attack him. Boom! The attack of a high-level immeasurable lifeform landed on his defensive armor and was completely blocked, causing him no damage at all. What a powerful black god armor stone, you can feel its horror only when you wear it on yourself. Back then, I encountered a high-level immeasurable life form that was much weaker than me, and I tried my best to kill him. Now, I finally have a set of black god armor stones. Xinghai Great Ancestor said excitedly. With the successful example of Xinghai Great Ancestor's transaction, other forces have also made transactions with Yi Tian. For example, the great ancestor Jiang also came, and he did not have the black god armor stone, so Jianghai prepared 100,000 balls of void silver water and let him trade a black god armor stone. And Yi Tian is also willing to trade, and will not refuse any great ancestor's trade. In this way, Yi Tian used the black god armor stones in his hand to trade a huge amount of void silver water. And his cloned body continuously fuses these void silver waters inside the ruined stone tower, turning into clusters of void golden waters. Somewhere in Xuanqi territory, the great ancestor Biao Shui was healing. After he came out of the ruined stone tower, he was still attacked. Fortunately, he was protected by the black god armor stone and other treasures, so he escaped by luck. Although he has been healing his wounds, there are some eyes and ears that allow him to learn about the outside world. In particular, he has been paying attention to the information on the ruined stone tower. The great ancestor of the Endless actually controls the ruined stone pagoda. It's really amazing. When he helped me break through the seal, he was still very weak, and he was only tied with me in the weak stage. The speed is too fast. Shouldn't he really become that disciple? Impossible. How arrogant and elusive that person is, no one can find him. The great ancestor Endless is unlikely to become that person's disciple. The great ancestor Biao Shui thought for a long time, but did not understand why Yi Tian grew up so fast. However, Yi Tian is now trading void silver water with the Black God Armor Stone, and he doesn't even understand this operation. How precious is the Black God Armor Stone? It can almost make a top 3rd stage high-level immeasurable life form invincible in the 3rd stage. And Void Yinshui, what kind of spicy chicken is that? He doesn't like it, it's only useful to the weak 3rd stage high-order immeasurable life form, and its value is very limited. Quote. That's weird, the ancestor of blood murmured. Immediately, he continued to heal and stopped thinking about this issue. Inside the stone tower, all the Black God Armor stones on Yi Tian's body were traded out, in exchange for a huge amount of void silver water. After he turned these void silver water into void gold water, it was enough for him to cultivate for a long time. In a word, there is no shortage of void gold water required for the ultimate refining of boundless blood. In the years that followed, he began to condense and refine the boundless blood with all his strength. Every moment, his cultivation base strength is growing rapidly. 20,000 drops of blood. 30,000 drops of blood. 40,000 drops of blood. There are many treasures inside the ruined stone pagoda that can help him condense blood in a short period of time, such as blood Zhang origin crystal. If there are enough blood Zhang origin crystal, he can be able to condense 129,600 drops in a short time. Countless blood condensed out. However, there are currently only 7 blood Zhang origin crystals in the ruined stone pagoda, but it can also add tens of thousands of immeasurable blood. It is not difficult for him to increase the immeasurable blood, but it takes time to refine the immeasurable blood and improve its quality to the upper limit. And Yi Tian's main time is spent on tempering immeasurable blood. If he does not temper immeasurable blood to the upper limit, he will not condense immeasurable blood in large quantities, otherwise it will affect the subsequent tempering. In the blink of an eye, tens of millions of years have passed. This day, the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life forms of some forces are beginning to move. After all, there are too many good things in the ruined stone tower, and they are naturally moved. Moreover, they have a high probability to determine that there is no powerful force behind Yi Tian, otherwise they would not have come to occupy the ruined stone pagoda. It is very likely that this mysterious ancestor has only obtained the legacy or inheritance of the strong, so he is so powerful, he is just a lucky guy. A 4th stage higher order immeasurable being asserts. Chapter 2362 Copper Mountain City, the Great Ancestor of Junshan. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. Ruined stone tower. Yi Tian is still practicing, he doesn't know the thoughts of those high-level immeasurable beings in the outside world. At this moment, he has condensed more than 80,000 drops of immeasurable blood, and all of them have undergone extreme tempering, so that every drop of immeasurable blood has reached the highest limit quality. And his current strength is far greater than before. If he fights with Jiang Great Ancestor again, he can easily suppress Jiang Great Ancestor, or even kill him. More importantly, his Taihao infinite body is about to break through to the realm of Dachang. Once his strength breaks through, his strength will definitely be no less than that of an ordinary 4th stage high-order infinite life body. You must know that in the Xuanqi realm, the high-level immeasurable life forms in the 4th stage far surpass the powerhouses of the immeasurable blood list, and the gap between the 3rd and 4th stages is too great. The high-order immeasurable beings in the 2nd stage have a record of defeating the high-order immeasurable beings in the 3rd stage, but it is almost impossible for the 3rd stage to defeat the high-order immeasurable beings in the 4th stage, and there are records of escaping. Without the treasures of the ruined stone pagoda, it would be really difficult for me to elevate the Taihao boundless body to a realm close to the great accomplishment so quickly. Soon, another time passed. Finally, his Taihao immeasurable body was infinitely close to the realm of Dachang. At this time, he took out a golden grain of sand, which was the benefit that the ruined stone tower rewarded him with 250 when he perfected the infinite map. At that time, he didn't know the origin of this treasure, but after mastering the remains of the stone pagoda, and after these years of research, he naturally figured out the value of this treasure. This should be the legendary Hexi Holy Sands. Hexi Saint Sands is a legendary thing, even the 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings have never seen it, because this thing has not appeared for endless years. There is only such a grain in the remains of the stone tower, which shows its preciousness. There must be more than this Hexi Holy Sand in the Xuanqi territory, but this treasure obviously contains terrifying energy, but it is not easy to be discovered. If it does not move, its energy will be restrained until it disappears. Therefore, even if there is Hexi Holy Sands in a certain place, it is impossible to detect it. Hexi Saint Sans has many functions, such as strengthening the body of flesh and blood, improving the realm of the immeasurable body, and refining the immeasurable bones and blood, etc. However, it would be too wasteful to use it to refine countless bones and blood. Yi Tian intends to use him to break the shackles of Taihao's immeasurable body and advance the Taihao's immeasurable body to the realm of great achievement. This is the most cost-effective. Yi Tian swallowed the seat CJFJ Qisheng Jinsha in one gulp, and immediately urged Taihao's immeasurable body to refine this Hexasheng Jinsha. Boom! The terrifying energy swept through Yi Tian's Taihao immeasurable body, carried out deep tempering, and attacked the shackles in the dark. Time passed slowly, and Yi Tian's shackles were slowly torn apart. Crack! The shackles were broken, Yi Tian's Taihao immeasurable body began to transform, and endless energy poured into Yi Tian from the ruined stone pagoda, helping him to quickly complete the breakthrough. Until a long time later, Yi Tian's Taihao immeasurable body completely entered the realm of great achievement. The immeasurable body of Taihao has entered the Dacheng realm, and my strength has changed again. I am afraid that I can crush a top third stage high-level immeasurable being like the great ancestor of Xinghai. Yi Tian said confidently. Then, he began to spend time to stabilize the realm of Taihao's immeasurable body. At this time, a fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form from the outside world couldn't hold it any longer, and was ready to attack the ruined stone pagoda. In a void not too far away from the ruined stone pagoda, several figures stood there, staring at the ruined stone pagoda. One of the high-level immeasurable beings in the fourth stage, and the others are all high-level immeasurable beings in the third stage, and they all belong to one force, Copper Mountain City. Tongshan City is the controlling force of Tongshan territory, and its strength is no less than that of Kanshan Pavilion. There are a total of 2 fourth-stage high-level immeasurable beings in Tongshan City. This time, the Deputy City Lord, Junshan Great Ancestor is here. Grand Ancestor Junshan, are we really going to do something to the ruined stone pagoda? Asked by the Great Ancestor Sinhai, a high-level immeasurable being in the third stage of Copper Mountain City. Of course you have to do it. Ancestor Junshan said. In the past, after a relic was refined, there would soon be a fourth-stage high-order immeasurable life form sitting in the seat, or many high-level immeasurable life forms sitting in the seat and transforming it, announcing its ownership. But this time is different. The mysterious ancestor has been refining the stone pagoda for so long, and he has not reacted. It is unlikely that there are any forces behind it. Our chance. If we break through the ruined stone tower and occupy the treasure resources in it, we may be able to cultivate a fourth-stage high-level immeasurable life form for our Copper Mountain City, and it can also make my strength further. Several great ancestors nodded again and again without saying anything against them. I'm in charge of breaking down the stone pagoda of the ruins, and you block the surrounding time and space to prevent that great ancestor from escaping. The great ancestor Junshan ordered. Yes. Several great ancestors responded. In front of the ruined stone tower. The great ancestor of Tongshan appeared here in an instant, and several other great ancestors were scattered around, mobilizing treasures to suppress this area. Immediately, some great ancestors knew that Tongshan City was going to attack the ruined stone pagoda. Soon, several fourth-stage high-level immeasurable lifeforms appeared nearby, paying attention to this scene. The great ancestor Junshan wants to break through the stone pagoda of the ruins, we are sure we won't stop it. The great ancestor Xuanxin smiled slightly. If the ruined stone pagoda has not been refined, then each family has the opportunity, naturally will not allow the ruins to destroy the stone pagoda. After all, once the ruined stone pagoda is broken, it loses its value. But now that the ruined stone pagoda has been completely refined by Yi Tian, it has nothing to do with them. Naturally, they will not stop the grand ancestor Junshan, but want to see the excitement. If Yi Tian really had a background behind him, he would definitely be drawn out. If there is no background, the treasures in the stone pagoda of the ruins will fall into the hands of the Grand Ancestor Junshan in Tongshan City. Soon, Grand Ancestor Junshan is about to start. Boom! Junshan Da Gate Boundless Extreme Territory Skill, slapped it with a palm and hit it. You must know that the ruined stone pagoda is extremely strong, even the third stage high-level immeasurable life forms cannot leave a mark on the tower. But the great ancestor of Junshan hit with a palm, and it sunk down, leaving a deep palm print on the tower. And then, the ruined stone pagoda trembled and vibrated violently. Inside the ruined stone tower, Yi Tian naturally sensed the situation for the first time, and decided immediately. Otherwise, if the great ancestor Junshan is attacked like this, it will definitely be broken. The defensive armor made from the golden god armor protected the whole body, and then Yi Tian stepped out and faced the grand ancestor Junshan. Chapter 2363 ETN and #039, S Crazy Battle. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Ancestor Junshin saw ETN coming out, and directly grabbed ETN. If he can capture ETN, let ETN take the initiative to hand over the treasure, and then take the initiative to donate the ruined stone pagoda, then he can obtain the complete ruined stone pagoda. At that time, Tongshan City will also have a relic, which is a huge opportunity. However, just when he hit ETN with one blow, the power of the Golden God Armor Stone on ETN exploded, blocking his attack as much as possible. Although there is still residual attack power, it was blocked by ETN's other defensive means, so it did not hurt ETN at all. Roll. ETN's cut-off finger broke out, and a blow also hit the Great Ancestor Junshin, directly knocking the Great Ancestor Junshin into the air, and a drop of blood flowed out of the Great Ancestor Junshin. Ancestor Junshin is injured. Seeing this scene, all the great ancestors around were shocked. Golden God Armor. The Great Ancestor Xuanxin was slightly surprised. The Golden God Armor Stone is of great help to a 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form like him. If he obtains a Golden God Armor Stone, his combat power will definitely skyrocket. Strange, there has never been a Golden God Armor Stone left in the God Armor world. How can the ruined stone tower ingest the Golden God Armor Stone? The Great Ancestor Xuanxin was puzzled. Treasures like the Golden God Armor, once born, cannot be hidden at all, and will definitely be discovered. In the realm of the God Armor realm that intersects with the 9 Nether Blood Abyss, the Golden God Armor Stone has never been born, he can be sure, and where did ETN get the Golden God Armor Stone? Golden God Armor. Grand Ancestor Junshin was also moved. If he captures ETN, he can also get the Golden God Armor Stone on ETN, and his strength will skyrocket at that time. Kill. Grand Ancestor Junshin went crazy and started to burn his own blood to fight in extreme battles. Burning countless blood, so will I. ETN burned the blood on his body and exploded. Although this move would damage the foundation and it would take a long time to recover, he could replace the cloned body at any time, so such an explosion would have no effect on him. Boom. ETN fought with all his strength, not only burning his blood, but Taihao's immeasurable body also bursting out. Every blow of his can shake the time and space of Xuanqi's realm. Time and space are constantly shattering, and the entire Juyu Shuiyuan is shattering, as if unable to withstand their impact. The invisible rays of light spread to the entire Juyu Shuiyuan, causing the original creatures of the Juyu Shuiyuan to explode and die, and the great ancestors who were watching also quickly retreated to avoid being affected. Soon, the injury of the Grand Ancestor Junshin was not light. After all, he didn't have the Golden God Armor and Stone Defense Armor, so he couldn't protect himself from being injured. In addition, he was also working hard, burning countless blood, so the injury became more and more serious. Even the high-level immeasurable life forms of the 4th stage would not be able to fight like this for a long time. The Great Ancestor of Junshin has fallen into a disadvantage. Ancestor Xuanxin was a little surprised. It is unbelievable that a 3rd stage high-level immeasurable life form can actually fight against a 4th stage high-order immeasurable life form like Junshin Great Ancestor. Under normal circumstances, even if the high-level immeasurable life form on the Infinite Blood list encounters the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form, it is almost a situation where it is easily severely injured or even killed in seconds. The gap between the 3rd stage and the 4th stage is really too big. But he also knew very well why ETN was so terrifying. It is a Mahayana immeasurable body, and it has absolutely cultivated to the realm of Dachang, and the immeasurable bones and immeasurable blood have been subjected to extreme tempering, and it also masters the powerful immeasurable extreme domain skills. Its foundation is also unimaginable. In the realm of immeasurable life forms at the intermediate level, the life recast has definitely reached a dozen times. Ancestor Xuanxin deduced. Such a high-level immeasurable life form, even if the Great Ancestor Xuanxin tried his best, he could not cultivate it. One is the problem of scarcity of resources, and the other is the problem of potential talent. It does not mean that an ordinary ancestor can be trained to this level with resources. Without sufficient potential, no amount of resources is useless. If I retreat and continue to fight, your foundation and mine will be permanently damaged. Grand Ancestor Junshin is anxious. Although burning countless blood will damage the foundation, but with his cultivation strength, it takes a long time to repair the damage. Compared with the benefits obtained, this loss is naturally not worth mentioning. But the premise is that he captures ETN and obtains treasures such as the ruined stone pagoda and the Golden God Armor. Now, he has no hope of capturing ETN at all, and naturally he does not want to continue fighting. Once the fight goes on, that foundation is permanently lost, and it may not even be possible to go any further. He couldn't bear such a loss. However, he wanted to withdraw, but Yi Tian intercepted him again and did not let him leave at all. After a while, Grand Ancestor Junshin was completely panicked. Now that he has damaged the source, he will permanently damage the foundation. The longer the delay is, the permanent loss of the foundation will be serious. But if he doesn't continue to burn countless blood, his combat power will drop instantly, and his injuries will be more serious, which is almost an unsolvable problem. If you are crazy, you will also lose your foundation forever. You are so evil, the third stage can match the high-level immeasurable life forms of the fourth stage, and the potential is infinite, you have to die with me. Ask for flowers. Ancestor Junshin roared. He is really puzzled, isn't Yi Tian ruining himself like this? Far away, Xuanxin Great Ancestor and other high-level immeasurable beings are also dumbfounded, they don't understand why Yi Tian is so crazy, and the foundation of the battle with immeasurable blood has been damaged. If it continues like this, there is absolutely no hope of breaking through to become a high-level immeasurable being in the fourth stage. It's a pity, this great ancestor with unlimited potential is afraid that he will stop at the third stage, and no matter how powerful the treasure is, there is no way to restore his foundation. The great ancestor Xuanxin said regretfully. After all, such a great ancestor is not the great ancestor of Xuanqi Pavilion, so he does not want Yi Tian to rise. Soon, Yi Tian and Grand Ancestor Junshin fought to the point of complete madness, the blood was almost exhausted, and the fighting power declined. Point 0. Although Yi Tian has the Golden God Armor Stone to protect his body, the physical damage is not very big, but the burning of the blood is real, so the foundation is seriously damaged. But the great ancestor Junshin was the most miserable. Not only was his blood almost exhausted, but his flesh and blood was riddled with holes and was difficult to repair. His body was almost destroyed. Forgive me, Ancestor Junshin begged for mercy. His realm in the fourth stage is already unstable, he will fall into the realm at any time, and he will never be able to recover. For him, it is no different from killing him. But what he didn't know was that Yi Tian was so crazy that he wanted to deter other forces. Otherwise, one by one high-level immeasurable beings of the fourth stage would invade and attack his ruined stone pagoda, and he would not be able to completely keep the ruined stone pagoda. Only madness is enough to stop the other great ancestors. Last blow. Yi Tian stimulated the seed power of the immeasurable supernatural powers deep in the bones. Although he was unable to perform the infinite supernatural powers, he could still stimulate the power of the innumerable supernatural powers seeds. It's just that forcibly stimulating this kind of power will cause serious damage to the physical body. But his copy body has already lost a lot, and he is about to replace it. Naturally, he doesn't care about continuing to squeeze this copy body. Kill. A silver-white light erupted from Yi Tian's boundless bones, turning into a sword glow. This sword glow looks small, but it contains terrifying power. The Great Ancestor Junshin and Great Ancestor Xuanxin shrank their pupils when they saw this sword glow, as if they had seen something incredible. Especially the Great Ancestor Junshin, at this moment, his whole body is shivering, and his fear reaches the limit. However, he didn't have a chance to speak, or even to do other things, because this sword beam surpassed the speed limit of time and space in Xuanqi's realm, and surpassed his reaction corpse. Chapter 2364 The Miserable Ancestor of Junshin. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. The technique of infinite magical powers. The first reaction of Xuanxin Great Ancestor and the others was this, because the breath of this power was an immeasurable magical technique. Xuanqi territory has 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, and they have naturally seen 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings in their long years, and they are no strangers to the technique of immeasurable magical powers. For example, Xuanqi Pavilion has a 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, but it is not currently in Xuanqi territory. Therefore, the great ancestor Xuanxin was very familiar with the breath of the immeasurable magical powers. No, it's not a real immeasurable magical technique, it can only be regarded as a prototype, and the breath is more than 1,000 times weaker. Xuanxin Great Ancestor reacted. But even if it is 1,000 times weaker, it is not comparable to the high-level immeasurable life forms of the 4th stage. Even if it were me, if I resisted this move head-on, I would be injured. Jun, 250, Shan Dazu is weaker than me, and he is already in a state of severe damage, so he can't handle this move at all. Even if he uses his trump card to save his life, may not be able to save lives. Ancestor Xuanxin secretly said, can't stop. Ancestor Junshin saw the seed power of Yi Tian's immeasurable magical powers, and knew that he could not stop it. If there was no strong person to rescue him, he would almost certainly die. But at this moment, a ray of light covered his whole body. Its eldest brother's boundless extreme field technique, conversion technique. Grand Ancestor Junshin was excited, knowing that he should have hope to save his life. His eldest brother is the city lord of Tongshan City, the great ancestor of Tongshan Mountain. The transformation technique is very special. As long as the limitless realm is covered, the great ancestor of Tongshan can transfer other people's attacks to himself. It is very convenient to use it to save people. At the same time, it can also transform the enemy's attack on itself to other targets. It is precisely because of this limitless extreme technique that the great ancestor of the Copper Mountain is difficult to kill, so it has a great reputation among the 4th stage high-level limitless beings, which indirectly means that it has the effect of invincible defense. Obviously, the great ancestor of Tongshan came here, and at this critical moment, he used the conversion technique to save the great ancestor of Junshin. However, things went beyond the expectations of the Grand Ancestor Junshin. Puff! The sword glow transformed by the seed power of the technique of infinite supernatural powers spanned time and space and penetrated the body of the great ancestor of the Copper Mountain in the distance, which was equivalent to breaking the conversion technique. Although Janmang has become a lot more illusory, there is still a lot of power, continuing to stab the ancestor of Junshin. Do not. The great ancestor Junshin was in despair and did not understand why his eldest brother had already used the transformation technique, why he still could not stop this sword beam. Boom! The sword light penetrated the body of the ancestor of Junshin, causing his flesh and blood to burst. The great ancestor of Tongshan immediately teleported over and forcibly condensed the body of great ancestor Junshin, but the aura on his body was rapidly decreasing, and he fell from the 4th stage to the 3rd stage in a blink of an eye, and his life was dying. Walk! The great ancestor of Tongshan immediately fled with the great ancestor of Junshin. As for the other 3rd stage high-level immeasurable beings, he didn't care, and it was too late. Even if the Grand Ancestor Junshin does not die, he is completely abolished. His cultivation is no longer in the 4th stage, and it is estimated that he can barely maintain the 3rd stage. The combat power is not as good as the powerhouse of the infinite blood list. Xuanxin Grand Ancestor said. At this moment, Yi Tian continued to shoot, instantly killing the 3 Copper Mountain City high-level immeasurable life forms that block the time and space. The strength of these 3 is not weak, second only to the powerhouses of the infinite blood list, but facing Yi Tian, like an ant, he waved his hand and was killed. Who else? Yi Tian roared loudly. The high-level immeasurable beings around were really stunned, none of them dared to step forward, and they even retreated one by one. Even the great ancestor Xuanxin, who was in the 4th stage, would not dare to do anything at this moment. Although he is very aware that Yi Tian's body is in a weak state, the power of burning an infinite amount of blood and activating the seeds of this immeasurable supernatural power will inevitably damage his body seriously. His combat power is not as good as before, and he can't fight for a long time. However, he didn't dare to bet that if Yi Tian could still use the power of the seed of the immeasurable supernatural powers, and he could even use it many times, it would be possible to inflict heavy damage on him. Fighting with a lunatic, it's not worth it. Forget it, this mysterious great ancestor is already useless, I don't need to fight with him. Ancestor Xuanxin is gone, and the great ancestors of other forces were sure that Yi Tian had no backers behind him, otherwise they would not let Yi Tian work so hard, but they didn't dare to fight with Yi Tian. So, they could only watch Yi Tian return to the ruined stone pagoda. This battle completely started Yi Tian's reputation, although they do not know Yi Tian's identity, but Yi Tian's reputation has already resounded throughout the Xuanxi territory. In the end, there is a force to calculate Yi Tian's name. At the level of high-level immeasurable beings, it is difficult to calculate information, but it is still possible to calculate just a name. And they finally figured out 2 words, endless. At this point, the fame of the great ancestor of Endless resounded throughout the Xuanxi realm. This battle has completely deterred many forces. They are unwilling to fight with me. This gain alone is worth it. Yi Tian thought to himself. Immediately, he began to reproduce the body again. Otherwise, the injury of this replica body will become more and more serious, and it is too difficult to repair, so he simply chooses to give up. It didn't take long for the new clone body to replicate. And Yi Tian also directly lifted this severely damaged replica body. Since there is no interference from other forces, Yi Tian is at ease in the relic stone pagoda to cultivate to the limit of the 3rd stage as soon as possible. His combat power will increase a lot again. Somewhere in Xuanxi territory, the great ancestor Biao Shui knew Yi Tian's record and was immediately dumbfounded. This endless great ancestor has grown too fast, and he has actually hit the 4th stage of Junction great ancestor. The great ancestor of blood was extremely shocked. From this point of view, Yi Tian can already be equivalent to a high-level immeasurable life form of the 4th stage 5.9. As for Yi Tian's power to burn immeasurable blood and mobilize the seeds of immeasurable magical powers, he did not believe it at all, causing his own foundation to be permanently damaged and hopeless for the 4th stage of cultivation. Almost all of the high-level immeasurable beings in the Xuanqi territory have no clones, but I can guarantee that the body that the great ancestor of Endless is fighting is definitely a clone, definitely not the main body. He won't be so stupid. 1. The great ancestor of blood even felt that Yi Tian would definitely be able to condense his avatar again, otherwise he would not give up this avatar, or the loss would be too great. Ha ha ha, if the other forces think that the great ancestor hentai is abolished and dare to provoke him again, then there will be a good show to watch. Great ancestor Bai Shui thought to himself. He was going to go to Yi Tian to reminisce after he recovered from his injury, and by the way, he could cooperate with him on some things. Chapter 2365 Infinite Blood Gold Stone. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Years go by. In the blink of an eye, the first year of the 10,000 worlds has passed. Ruined Stone Tower. Yi Tian is still cultivating, and he is refining the last drop of immeasurable blood at the limit. Once the tempering is completed, then his 129,600 drops of immeasurable blood will be completely tempered to the upper limit. He has a hunch that once he has tempered the last drop of immeasurable blood to the upper limit, his strength will usher in a surge, just like the last time when all the immeasurable bones were tempered to the limit. This is a transformation of the whole body, a qualitative transformation of the flesh. Soon, the last drop of boundless blood was finally tempered to the upper limit by Yi Tian. Boom! The 129,600 drops of immeasurable blood in the whole body began to boil, and a blood cocoon wrapped Yi Tian, letting him transform into the blood cocoon. At the same time, the blood cocoon was also absorbing the energy around him, and Yi Tian absorbed the energy layer by layer of the ruined stone pagoda to help him transform his body. After a long time, the blood cocoon absorbed enough energy and no longer absorbed the energy from the outside world, and Yi Tian's transformation continued. Crack! The blood cocoon split open, and Yi Tian walked out of it 29. At this moment, his breath is much stronger than before. The physical body is at least 70% stronger than before, and the infinite blood has produced subtle changes, and the speed of recovery is too fast. Yi Tian thought to himself. He tried to burn a drop of blood, and it didn't take long for him to recover. What this means, he is very clear, that is, he can burn endless blood in battle, and as long as the speed of recovery can keep up with the speed of consumption, he can burn endless blood for a long time. This ability is good. Yi Tian was quite satisfied. At his current level, the next step is to hit the 4th stage. However, he is not suitable for the impact of the 4th stage now. After all, he has just broken through to the peak of the 3rd stage, and the flesh and blood body has not completely adjusted to stability, and it still needs a certain period of adaptation. After the adaptation period has passed, you can go to the 4th stage, otherwise the success rate is too low. Even if the forcible breakthrough is successful, it will affect the foundation problems and the future practice will not be smooth. After waiting for tens of millions of years, the adaptation period should be over, and then I will go to the 4th stage. Yi Tian has a lot of void gold water, so it is not difficult for him to hit the 4th stage. As long as the time is up, he can become a high-level immeasurable being in the 4th stage. This day, a hidden figure came from outside the ruined stone pagoda, trying to break into the ruined stone pagoda, but not forcibly, but just using this method to contact Yi Tian. It's him. Yi Tian recognized the visitor at a glance, and he was the great ancestor of blood. He is a little strange, knowing that the current situation of the blood ancestor is not very good, he even dares to come to the ruined stone pagoda. What did the great ancestor of blood come to me for? Yi Tian hesitated for a while, but let the great ancestor Biao Shui come in. The first floor of the ruined stone tower. The great ancestor of blood came in, and Yi Tian also appeared on the first floor. The great ancestor of blood. Endless great ancestor. Yi Tian and great ancestor Bai Shui said hello to each other. At this time, the great ancestor Biao Shui exclaimed, "The great ancestor Endless, your growth rate surprised me. When you cut off the meeting with Montenegro, you were still very weak, and your combat effectiveness was not as good as the 3rd stage, the weakest. Thinking about it now, it is enough to match the high-level immeasurable life forms of the 4th stage." The great ancestor of blood, what exactly are you looking for me? If you want to reminisce about the past, then please leave. Yi Tian said coldly. Although he knew the great ancestor Oxue, the relationship between the two was normal. After the great ancestor Oxue was released, they were no longer bound by any contract. Moreover, he did not agree with the behavior of the great ancestor of blood, and his reputation in the Xuanqi realm was also very poor. He was moody and offended many forces and strong people. Therefore, he is reluctant to make friends with the ancestor of the blood. The great ancestor of blood hurriedly said, "The great ancestor endless, I am here to find you to cooperate." Cooperation? Yi Tian frowned. What kind of cooperation do I have with you? The great ancestor of the blood said, "The great ancestor of the endless, what I am cooperating with is about the resources of the fourth stage of cultivation. Although the relic stone pagoda is a relic, the resources inside the relic stone pagoda are once the Juyu Shuiyuan and the one in the divine armor realm. The resources owned by the territory, the resources of the fourth stage are almost not many, or even if there are, they are of little use. For example, the most suitable resource for the fourth stage of cultivation is the immeasurable blood gold stone, and it is impossible to have it inside the ruined stone tower." Yi Tian frowned. There is indeed no endless blood gold stone inside the ruined stone pagoda. At this time, the great ancestor of blood said, "Don't say it's you, even a force like Tongshan City can't get immeasurable blood gold stones, and a force like Xuanqi Pavilion will not be traded. In the world, it is almost impossible to find the immeasurable blood gold stone. This resource is almost controlled by the top powers such as Juyongxi, the Outer World Alliance and Xuanqi Pavilion. There is no such treasure as the immeasurable blood gold stone. The fourth stage of the cultivator's cultivation speed it's almost stagnant. Like the Grand Ancestor Junshin who was almost killed by you, it has taken too long to become a high-level immeasurable being in the fourth stage. Before I was sealed, the Grand Ancestor Junshin was already a high-level immeasurable being in the fourth stage. He is a very ancient fourth stage high-level immeasurable being in the Xuanqi territory, but due to lack of resources, his strength has hardly changed. Ruined Stone Pagoda, I hope to find some good things in your Ruined Stone Pagoda to improve 267's own strength. Could it be that the content of your cooperation with me has something to do with the infinite blood gold stone?" Yi Tian was surprised. "It has something to do with it," said the great ancestor of blood. "The resource of immeasurable blood gold stone will only be born in the place where the immeasurable world beasts have fallen. After a long period of gestation, the immeasurable blood gold stone will be born. And the infinite world beast is impossible. Falling into the Xuanqi territory, they will not enter the Xuanqi territory. Infinite beasts. Yi Tian is the first name to be confused. The great ancestor of the blood said, "The beast of the infinite realm is a kind of creature that dissociates from the ruins of the infinite realm. The ruins of the infinite realm is a mysterious area between the Xuanqi territory, the quiet Black Sea, and the divine armor realm. The birth of the confluence period is that the two worlds meet only when there is a certain change in the infinite boundary ruins. Under normal circumstances, even the third stage high-level immeasurable beings cannot enter the infinite boundary ruins, and the fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings will not be able to enter the infinite ruins. Don't dare to step into the infinite realm ruins. The infinite realm beast is very strong, and can rival the fifth stage high-level boundless life form in adulthood. However, the infinite realm beast will kill each other, so the fallen boundless realm beast is still it exists. And I know the place where an immeasurable world beast fell. Now the place where the infinite world beast fell should give birth to countless blood and gold stones. However, my strength is not enough, so I want to invite you to go. Let me consider it," Yi Tian said. Chapter 2366 The Blood Ancient Ancestor and #039, S Pet. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. In fact, Yi Tian also wanted to cooperate with the great ancestor of blood at this moment. Without this cooperation, he would not know where to get the immeasurable blood stone, and once he broke through to the fourth stage, he would have to face the situation of lack of resources. At that time, even if there are more other resources, there will be no way for him to make rapid progress in the fourth stage, and even infinite years will not be able to make much progress. Therefore, this time, he has the opportunity to obtain the immeasurable blood gold stone, and he naturally wants to seize it. The great ancestor of blood, I can cooperate with you. Yi Tian agreed. Seeing Yi Tian agreeing, great ancestor Biao Shui was very excited. After all, he couldn't cooperate with other fourth stage immeasurable beings in Xuanqi territory, nor did he trust other fourth stage immeasurable beings. But Yi Tian is a person he still trusts. At least Yi Tian released him, so he is willing to cooperate with Yi Tian, and Yi Tian's strength is strong enough. More importantly, Yi Tian is not afraid of death, dares to work hard, at least will not easily back down at the critical moment. This is his ideal partner. Immediately, the great ancestor Bai Shui signed a contract with Yi Tian. Afterwards, the great ancestor of blood began to reveal some information. Endless great ancestor, the place where the boundless realm beast fell that I know is unlikely to be discovered by forces, but that place is a bit dangerous and there are some infinite ruins that are dispatched. In the infinite ruins are very common. Yes, the weaker ones are comparable to the high-level immeasurable life forms of the third stage, and the stronger ones are comparable to the high-level immeasurable life forms of the fourth stage. Even if I know the nearest passage, I cannot avoid encountering some immeasurable ruins. Without the strength of the fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings, there is no qualification to connect to that place. The great ancestor of blood said frankly. Grand Ancestor Biao Shui, you haven't been to that place, why do you know the existence of that place, and you are sure that other forces don't know about it? I'm very curious where you got the news. Yi Tian asked. The great ancestor Biao Shui hesitated for a moment, and then said, this has something to do with my origin. I used to be the pet of a certain heavenly ancestor, but not many great ancestors know this secret, and they are also afraid of this identity because the fourth stage high-level immeasurable life forms will not shoot at me. It is also because of this that the ancestor who sealed me only sealed me casually, and did not obliterate me. Tianzu. This is not the first time Yi Tian has heard this word, he has obtained the token of Yinheng Tianzu before. It is said that this token involves a chance, but with Yi Tian's current strength, he is not qualified to touch this chance. How powerful is Tianzu? Yi Tian was very curious. He only knew that in the Xuanqi territory, the heavenly ancestor was in existence above the great ancestor, and even the fifth stage high-level immeasurable beings were far inferior to a heavenly ancestor. But about the deeds of Tianzu, there is not much spread. All he knew was only one Yinheng Tianzu, and he didn't know anything about the others. Heavenly ancestor, very powerful, can easily kill a fifth stage high-order immeasurable life form, let alone a fourth stage high-order immeasurable life form. Even a Tianzu can't bear the breath. There are less than 5 ancestors born in the entire Xuanqi realm. For example, Taichung Palace had an ancestor, and Xuanqi Pavilion also had an ancestor at the beginning of its establishment, but that ancestor fell. It is precisely because of this incident that Xuanqi Pavilion has completely declined. But Xuanqi Pavilion still has some background, so for endless years, Xuanqi Pavilion still barely ranks among the top powers. The great ancestor of blood then revealed. The heavenly ancestor I followed was the ancient blood heavenly ancestor. It was the ancient blood ancient heavenly ancestor who killed the boundless world beast, and I followed the ancient blood ancient heavenly ancestor. It's just that the blood ancient heavenly ancestor was going to a very dangerous place, so it was inconvenient to carry me, so he threw me in a hopeless place. I see. Yi Tian was completely aware of why the great ancestor of blood was aware of the place where the beasts of infinite beasts fell, and he had no doubts in his heart. When to set off? Yi Tian asked. After a while, we still have to prepare some. When entering the infinite realm ruins, you must carry a ruin stone, otherwise it will easily attract the attention of the infinite ruins. I have no ruins on me, so I have to find a way to trade 2 ruins. Quote. Are the ruin stones very rare? Yi Tian was worried that if he couldn't buy the ruin stones, it would be troublesome. The great ancestor Biao Shui said with a smile. Don't worry, some forces are willing to trade market stones. After all, the number of market stones is not a small number, and some 4th stage great ancestors dare not enter the infinite realm ruins but are willing to sell the unexpectedly obtained ones. They are even happy to see other great ancestors use the ruins to enter the infinite realm ruins to die. 1 inch. Then go to the boundless realm ruins after trading the ruins. Yi Tian then waited at the ruined stone pagoda. Not long after, the great ancestor Biao Shui successfully traded 2 ruined stones to come to Yi Tian. Then, Yi Tian and the great ancestor Tiao Shui left the ruined stone pagoda and headed to the infinite realm ruins. The high-level immeasurable beings of the 3rd stage want to enter the immeasurable world market from the Xuanqi realm, and they cannot enter without special methods and channels. However, the great ancestor of blood has mastered a passage, and this passage is in a hopeless place. After the great ancestor Biao Shui took Yi Tian to cross the void galaxy, he traveled through the territories of the hopeless land, and came to the boundless sea of suffering in the hopeless land. That passage is in the sea of boundless suffering. Yi Tian was shocked. Yes. The great ancestor Biao Shui said, "The sea of infinite bitterness is the most dangerous place in the hopeless land. There are not many high-order boundless lifeforms in the entire hopeless land, but in the boundless sea of bitterness, there are a bunch of them that are comparable to the high-order boundless sea. Don't you think it's strange for the lost beasts of the living body? It stands to reason that with the resources of the hopeless land or the resources of the boundless sea of suffering, it is impossible to support so many lost beasts. In fact, the lost beasts were destroyed by the boundless world market after the energy is infected, it produces a kind of creature that mutates and is born. And the lost beast is infected by this energy, and there are some sequelae, such as low intelligence, and need to sleep frequently, etc. And this passage was taken care of by the ancient blood ancestors. Sealed, so there is no strength of the ancestors, even if they enter here, they do not understand the situation here. No wonder. Yi Tian suddenly realized. At the beginning on Wang Zhao he felt that the sea of boundless suffering was too strange, but he did not expect that it would involve the infinite realm ruins and the heavenly ancestors. Come on, let's go in. The great ancestor of blood and Yi Tian shuttled into the sea of immeasurable suffering. The lost place of the boundless sea of suffering also lost the high-level boundless life forms of the first stage, and it did not have any effect on the loss of a strong man like the great ancestor of blood. And Yi Tian has the talent of a lost beast, and his strength is even stronger, so naturally he will not be affected. Soon, Yi Tian and the great ancestor of blood came to the deepest part of the sea of immeasurable suffering, where a black mountain range appeared, surrounded by a head of lost beasts, each of which was comparable to a high-level immeasurable life form. Before, I haven't discovered the lost beasts here, this mountain range is hidden, it's natural. Now that one has become stronger, it can easily send them. Yi Tian secretly said. It's here. The great ancestor of blood pointed to this black mountain road. Chapter 2367 found it, instantly killed countless ruins monsters. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. Yi Tian and the great ancestor Tiao Shui approached this black mountain range, and the sleeping lost giant beasts gradually woke up, and the strength of one of the lost giant beasts was comparable to the top second stage high-level immeasurable life forms. Roar. After these lost beasts woke up, they roared towards Yi Tian and the others, and immediately killed them. Yi Tian didn't make a move, the great ancestor Biao Shui made a move. I saw the blood-colored silk threads released by the ancestors of blood, and easily penetrated the lost beasts, and then these lost beasts were bound by the blood-colored silk threads, shrinking one by one, and entered the mouth of the ancestors of blood. In the blink of an eye, these lost beasts became the food of the great ancestor of blood. It tastes good, the great ancestor of blood said with a smile. The great ancestor of blood, you can't improve your strength by eating these lost giant beasts. Yi Tian raised his opinion. The great ancestor of blood hurriedly said, it's just a habit. If you eat this kind of spiritual beings indiscriminately, it is easy to offend many forces, and something will happen sooner or later. Yi Tian reminded. Yes, I will pay attention. The great ancestor of Tiao Shui answered again and again. Where is the passage? Yi Tian sensed a circle, but still did not perceive the existence of the 267th Tao. Wait a minute, Ancestor Bai Shui took out a token. This token contains the power of the blood ancient heavenly ancestor. After being stimulated, it can trigger the seal here. The seals in this area were activated, and the great ancestor Biao Shui made one after another, and with the power of the token, a channel finally appeared. A grey crack runs across the mountain range, and this is a passage into the infinite boundary ruins. Come in, I can't last long. The great ancestor of blood said. Yi Tian and the great ancestor of blood went in directly, passed through this crack, and entered the infinite boundary ruins. And just after the ancestor of the blood went in, the crack disappeared. Infinite realm ruins. Yi Tian and the great ancestor Biao Shui came here. As soon as they came here, they stimulated the power of the ruined stone, and a great power protected their whole body. In this way, they reduced the chance of being discovered by a large number of countless ruined monsters. However, the environment of the infinite realm ruins is really bad. Even the top third stage high-level immeasurable life form of the great ancestor of blood, after entering here at this moment, the strength has been greatly suppressed. Go, the place where the boundless beast fell is not far from here, let's speed up. The great ancestor of blood urged. Yi Tian directly pulled the blood ancestor to speed up. In the infinite realm ruins, one cannot travel through time and space, and can only fly. Yi Tian's speed is many times faster than that of the great ancestor Oxue, so Yi Tian is flying with the great ancestor Oxue. Time passed slowly, and suddenly, a countless ruins monster appeared in their route. Endless great ancestor, you have to kill this boundless ruins monster immediately, otherwise there will be more and more boundless ruin monsters coming. The perception of these boundless ruin monsters in the infinite ruins is many times stronger than ours, even if there are the shielding of the ruin stone will also be found at close range. The great ancestor of blood said hurriedly. After all, he only has one life, so he cherishes this life very much. Yi Tian shot in an instant and smashed this infinite ruin monster with a single blow with his amputated finger. Immediately, he left quickly. Arrive, the great ancestor road of the blood. At this time, Yi Tian saw a grey world, standing in the infinite realm ruins. This world is the world transformed into after the fall of the infinite realm beast, and there should be a lot of infinite ruins in it. After we enter, we will definitely encounter a large number of attacks from infinite ruins, and we can only rely on you, the great ancestor. You are responsible for resisting these immeasurable ruins monsters, I am responsible for finding immeasurable blood gold stones. The blood ancestor arranged. Can, Yi Tian agreed. Swish, Yi Tian and the great ancestor of blood had escaped into this world CJFJ, and as soon as they entered this world, they sensed countless ruins monsters. This place seems to have become a lair of countless ruins monsters, the number of which has reached a very terrifying number. In the Xuanqi territory, this is a large number of high-order immeasurable life forms, and it is still comparable to the high-order immeasurable life forms above the third stage. If you don't have the combat power of the fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings, you will be killed if you can't even take your breath to enter this place. Boom, an immeasurable ruined monster was killed, and the terrifying aura permeated the surroundings, making the ancestors of blood shiver all over. Although the strength of most of the infinite ruins is only comparable to the ordinary third-stage high-order immeasurable life forms, but there are many, and the strength of a few immeasurable ruins is comparable to the top third-stage high-order immeasurable life forms. The great ancestor Biao Shui even sensed a few infinite ruins whose strength was no less than his own. Without Yi Tian, he would not be able to hold on for a few moments. Boom, Yi Tian exploded, showing the Taihao immeasurable body of the Dacheng realm, and immediately cast a flawed immeasurable extreme domain technique, Wuong Sword. This limitless extreme field is also the limitless extreme field skill that he practiced in the stone tower of the ruins. Although the power is weaker, the advantage is that it consumes less power and is suitable for attacking. The dense sword glow ripped apart the surrounding void, piercing and smashing the immeasurable monsters with powerful strength. Seeing this scene, the great ancestor of blood couldn't help but be shocked by Yi Tian's terrifying strength. As a high-level immeasurable being in the third stage, his strength is simply not worth mentioning. The strength of the great ancestor Hentai has become stronger again, and it is more powerful than the rumors. I know that the strength of the great ancestor Junshin is far from this level. Sure enough, the great ancestor Hentai's injury has recovered, or he may be re-refined. A clone. Moreover, his strength has gone further, and now it is much stronger than the ordinary fourth-stage high-level immeasurable life form. The great ancestor of blood is fortunate that he has found the right person. With Yi Tian's help, he will definitely be able to collect the countless blood gold stones here this time. Now it's just to see how many immeasurable blood gold stones there are here. I hope there are many. Of course, they also have to fight quickly. No one knows what will happen in the infinite realm ruins, and absolutely cannot stay here, otherwise there will be changes. The great ancestor of blood, quickly look for the immeasurable blood gold stone. Yi Tian urged. $3. The great ancestor Biao Shui began to perform a secret technique, which could help him perceive the breadth of the immeasurable blood gold stone. Time passed by every second, and it didn't take long for the ancestors to look overjoyed. I sensed that direction gave birth to countless blood gold stones. The great ancestor of blood said excitedly. Okay, I'll take you there. While Yi Tian was fighting the countless ruined monsters around, he took the great ancestor of blood and quickly flew to the location that great ancestor of blood said. Chapter 2368 Massive Harvest and Battle. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. Soon, Yi Tian and the great ancestor of blood came to a treasure land that gave birth to countless blood gold stones. Yi Tian used the infinite extreme Dao domain to cover the surrounding area, protecting the great ancestor Oxue with all his strength, intercepting the infinite ruins who dared to attack, and allowing the great ancestor Oxue to collect the infinite blood gold stone here with peace of mind. Boom! The great ancestor of blood directly ripped apart the earth in this area, and ingested countless blood gold stones from the depths of the earth. These immeasurable blood gold stones are blood red, but the blood red also contains strands of gold, so it is easy to identify. But the immeasurable bloodstone content here is not high, most of them are pure immeasurable bloodstone. The value of immeasurable bloodstone is too far from that of immeasurable blood goldstone. The immeasurable bloodstone can only be used for the high-level immeasurable life forms of the third stage to condense immeasurable blood, while the immeasurable bloodstone can be used for the high level of the fourth stage. Infinite life forms enhance their strength. It can be said that compared with the infinite bloodstone, the infinite bloodstone is a waste product. If it was the previous great ancestor of blood, he would still be tempted by the countless bloodstones, but now he doesn't look down on it. However, when the great ancestor of Oxue was about to give up these immeasurable bloodstones, Yi Tian said directly, the great ancestor of Oxue, together with these immeasurable bloodstones. Endless great ancestor, this will take a little more time. Time is the most important thing for us right now. The bloody great ancestor said quickly. It's a big deal, give you a little more bloodstone, the bloodstone is useful to me. Yi Tian said. Seeing this, great ancestor Biao Shui had no choice but to collect those immeasurable bloodstones together. Although there are not many immeasurable bloodstones here, the number of immeasurable bloodstones is really large. The dense and countless bloodstones were found by the ancestors of the blood, and then they were put away. Soon, there was no infinite bloodstone and infinite blood goldstone in this area. Immediately, the great ancestor of blood began to look for other treasures that gave birth to countless blood and gold stones. In a short while, he found another treasure land that gave birth to countless blood and gold stones. In this way, Yi Tian brought the great ancestor of blood to another treasure land, and asked the great ancestor of the blood to collect the infinite blood gold stone and the infinite blood stone. And Yi Tian is only responsible for intercepting the countless ruins monsters and ensuring the safety of the great ancestor Oxue, and there is no need to worry about the rest. With the passage of time, Yi Tian and the great ancestor of blood have gained more and more, but Yi Tian has also killed a lot of the infinite ruins, and there are not many infinite ruins who dare to come to trouble. But Yi Tian had a feeling that their troubles were coming soon. There are only so many immeasurable blood gold stones in this world. As they continue to collect immeasurable blood gold stones, the number of immeasurable blood gold stones gradually becomes scarce, and it is even difficult to find them. But Yi Tian asked the great ancestor Biao Shui to look for countless bloodstones and collect all the bloodstones here as much as possible. Almost, it's time to leave. Yi Tian said. The great ancestor Biao Shui nodded. He wanted to leave for a long time. This place is really too dangerous, anything can happen. And the immeasurable blood gold stone here is gone, he naturally wants to leave early. Infinite great ancestor, this world will continue to breed immeasurable blood and gold stones, but that is after the endless years, and then you are afraid that you will become the fifth stage high-level immeasurable life form. The great ancestor of blood sighed with emotion. Maybe. Yi Tian didn't say much, he was about to leave this world with the great ancestor of blood. However, just as they were about to leave, a huge infinite ruins monster came out. This infinite ruins monster is covered with black tentacles, has hundreds of thousands of eyes, and looks extremely ugly. However, the strength of this infinite ruins monster is very powerful. Comparable to the high-level immeasurable life forms of the fourth stage. Yi Tian's expression became solemn. If it was just this infinite ruin monster, it would be fine, but what appeared was not an infinite ruin monster that was comparable to the fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form. Boom, one after another, countless ruined monsters that were comparable to the fourth stage high-level immeasurable lifeforms appeared, and there were a total of 9 such boundless ruins monsters. Seeing this scene, the great ancestor Biao Shui was also terrified. This is equivalent to 9 fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings. Although it is not the kind of peak fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings, it is not something they can deal with. Endless great ancestor. The great ancestor of blood looked at Yi Tian, and now he can only rely on Yi Tian. I intercept them, you go. Yi Tian said. He can fall here, but the great ancestor of blood can't. After all, those immeasurable blood stones and immeasurable blood gold stones are still on the body of great ancestor Bai Shui. Thank you. Ask for flowers. The great ancestor of blood said gratefully. If Yi Tian really gave up on him, he would have no choice. Fortunately, Yi Tian is still willing to keep him, but Yi Tian drags these countless ruins monsters by himself, then Yi Tian himself is in danger. The great ancestor of Oxue guessed that Yi Tian was a clone, but losing a clone was an unimaginable loss. Boom! Yi Tian fought against these infinite ruins monsters in the fourth stage. He intercepted these infinite ruins monsters with his own power, and forcibly sent the great ancestor of blood away. Soon, the battle spread from this world to the boundless realm of the outside world. Their battle quickly attracted countless ruins monsters nearby, and if they stayed here for a while, the situation would be even more critical. The great ancestor Biao Shui did not hesitate and chose to escape from here. If he left later, Yi Tian would not be able to protect him. At this time, the great ancestor Biao Shui was even burning his own boundless blood to fly and shuttle at a speed that surpassed the peak, trying to go to the place where he came, and then use that token to leave the boundless world market. Finally, the great ancestor of blood rushed to the position where he came, but Yi Tian did not rush over. After he opened the passage, he did not escape from here immediately but was still waiting. However, Yi Tian still did not arrive in time. Endless great ancestor, I can only go first. He returned directly to the sea of immeasurable suffering, and the crack in the passage soon disappeared. The other side, Yi Tian is fighting happily, he is ready to give up this duplicate body, but he doesn't want to be killed so easily. Therefore, he fought with all his might. Soon, these countless ruined monsters were also injured. And Yi Tian has been fighting with immeasurable blood, but his immeasurable blood recovers very quickly, so his fighting power is very durable. Gradually, Yi Tian seemed to have the upper hand. Unexpected, these infinite ruins escaped unexpectedly, no longer fighting with Yi Tian. Obviously, they were afraid, for fear of being killed by Yi Tian. I didn't expect this replica body to survive. Yi Tian was a little surprised. Immediately, he thought about it carefully, this infinite realm ruins still has great exploration value, so he plans to copy a third stage infinite ruins monster here, in case a corpse is needed. Chapter 2369 Fusion of Countless Bloodstones. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. Yi Tian spent a little time successfully duplicating a third stage infinite ruin monster, and then reduplicated a real body duplicate body, which lifted the heavily wounded duplicate body. Immediately, Yi Tian let the real body copy the body to hide in the infinite ruins monster in order to deal with the special situation. After all, the combat power of the copy body of the infinite ruins is too low, and it may encounter danger at any time, so the body copy body is still needed for combat protection. Infinite Sea of Suffering. The great ancestor Biao Shui prepared to leave here after recovering the boundless blood that burned here. Just when he was about to leave the Sea of Immeasurable Suffering, a figure walked in from the Sea of Immeasurable Suffering and came directly in front of the great ancestor of blood. Endless great ancestor. The great ancestor Biao Shui was startled and thought that Yi Tian had rushed out of the infinite realm ruins, but after a closer look, he found that 267 was not right. This is definitely not the endless ancestor who entered the infinite boundary ruins, it should be said that it is not the clone. He knew very well under which circumstances, even if the great ancestor Hexen escaped, it would inevitably consume a lot of money, even severely injured, while the great ancestor Hentai in front of him did not have any injuries. Therefore, this is either the original body of the great ancestor of Endless, or it is another clone. The great ancestor of blood, did you lose the immeasurable amount of blood and gold stone? Yi Tian said with a smile. Naturally I didn't lose it, said the ancestor of the blood. Immediately, he asked again, Endless great ancestor, how is your avatar, or how about it? It has fallen, Yi Tian said lightly. When the great ancestor of blood heard it, he regretted saying, it's a pity that this time, the great ancestor of Endless you lost such an important clone. Let me share some of the immeasurable blood stones. 1 inch. As per the previously agreed distribution, Yi Tian will not take advantage of the great ancestor of blood, and this chance is also brought by the great ancestor of the blood. If the great ancestor of the blood does not bring him, he can wait until he breaks through to the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life. After the body, try to go to the infinite realm ruins. However, the great ancestor Biao Shui probably knew that it was too difficult to become a high-level immeasurable life form in the 4th stage, so he wanted to obtain immeasurable blood gold stones first. Because the immeasurable blood gold stone is not only useful for the high-level immeasurable life forms of the 4th stage, but also can be used to break through the resources of the 4th stage, but the effect is not very good, and it requires a lot of immeasurable blood gold stones to break through. In that case, countless blood gold stones would be wasted. The most suitable resource to help the 3rd stage high-order immeasurable beings break through is the void golden water, and this resource is the most suitable for the 3rd stage high-order immeasurable beings to make breakthroughs. Subsequently, Yi Tian began to distribute with the great ancestor of blood. At this time, Yi Tian proposed, the great ancestor of blood, you will give me all the immeasurable blood stones you have collected, and I will give you a part of the immeasurable blood stones. Endless great ancestor, do you want infinite bloodstones? The great ancestor of blood was shocked. Because he felt that with Yi Tian's strength, he should not need countless bloodstones. Thinking that Yi Tian seemed to be collecting void silver water before, obviously Yi Tian had secrets that he didn't know, and he didn't want to explore more. Anyway, this matter is beneficial to him, he naturally agrees. Soon, they will distribute the infinite bloodstone and the infinite bloodstone. Endless great ancestor, there is a chance to cooperate again. When the great ancestor Biao Shui said that, he hurriedly retired and left at a very fast speed. Yi Tian looked at this scene and smiled slightly. He knew the reason why great ancestor Oxue walked so fast, probably because he was afraid of his tricks. After all, his strength is far beyond the great ancestor Oxue. If he does it, the great ancestor Oxue can't resist it at all. However, he wouldn't do such a thing. Ruined stone tower. Yi Tian, the cloned body, came back with a lot of immeasurable bloodstones and immeasurable bloodstones. For him, the biggest gain this time is not the immeasurable bloodstones, but these immeasurable bloodstones. The value of immeasurable bloodstones is far less than that of immeasurable bloodstones, but he has the ability to fuse all things, so he can fuse these immeasurable bloodstones into immeasurable bloodstones. At that time, he will have a huge amount of blood gold stone. If you can trade countless bloodstones from other top forces, that would be great. Yi Tian thought to himself. But it is a pity that those forces will not trade infinite bloodstones at all, or even mine infinite bloodstones. After all, in the infinite realm ruins, the infinite bloodstone has a certain chance to evolve into the infinite blood gold stone after a long period of evolution. For a force like Juyanhai, getting a little more bloodstone is more valuable than mining countless bloodstones. Therefore, they will not mine countless bloodstones. First try how many bloodstones can be fused into a limitless bloodstone. Yi Tian took out countless bloodstones and fused them together one by one. 10, 20, 30. When Yi Tian fused 100 immeasurable bloodstones, an immeasurable bloodstone was born. 100 immeasurable bloodstones can be fused into one immeasurable bloodstone, which is very good. I have too many immeasurable bloodstones in my hand, and it has to be fused into a huge amount of immeasurable bloodstones. Yi Tian said with great excitement. In this way, when he breaks through to the fourth stage of the high-level body, he will not be short of resources, those resources that the top forces can't scrape. In the blink of an eye, another period of time passed. This day, Yi Tian's copy body of the infinite ruins is ready to explore in the infinite ruins to learn about the situation of the infinite ruins. Maybe you can find a big chance in the infinite boundary ruins, even if there is no other big chance, but if you find the place where the boundless beast fell, you can get a huge amount of bloodstone and blood gold stone. However, such places must be rare. It is probably easier to meet a living boundless beast than a fallen boundless beast. I saw Yi Tian wandering in the infinite 5.9 boundary ruins, and what he saw was almost nothingness and other boundless ruins. Unexpected, Yi Tian sensed the breath of a terrifying and boundless ruin monster, and the other party's breath crossed a long territory, acting on Yi Tian's body, and seemed to drive Yi Tian away. If Yi Tian advances, he is afraid that he will be attacked. The strength of this infinite ruin monster is probably at the top in the fourth stage. I am not an opponent. Yi Tian muttered. As for this immeasurable ruined monster copy body, it is not worth mentioning, and it will be instantly killed by the air. So, Yi Tian changed his direction and went to explore other places. This day, boom, in the distant territory, there are battle fluctuations. This aroused Yi Tian's curiosity, so he went over to take a look. Soon, he discovered the existence of the infinite beast. Chapter 2370 The Fist Mark of Tianzu, Comprehend the Harvest. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Boom. The two boundless world beasts were fighting, and Yi Tian was horrified by the fluctuation of their battles. Yi Tian is still far away from them, but they all feel a great suppression. If he is in the center of the battle, he is afraid that his flesh and blood will be annihilated in an instant. This is the combat power of the fifth stage. Yi Tian said with emotion. He didn't get close, otherwise he wouldn't be able to withstand their attack. But it didn't take long for the two boundless beasts to drag their injured bodies away, and they did not separate life and death. If an immeasurable world beast were to die casually, the immeasurable blood and gold stones would not be so rare. Time passes slowly. On this day, Yi Tian made a new discovery in the infinite boundary ruins. This is an attack of the ancestor level. Yi Tian saw a fist mark. Running through the infinite realm ruins, the power of the fist mark was condensed, and he didn't know how long it had existed here. Even when he was close to the fist mark, he felt extremely suppressed, and he couldn't even really touch the fist mark. It's not that Yi Tian hasn't seen traces of Tianzu level, but Du 29 is far from being comparable to this. Back then, the truncation finger inheritance I encountered in truncating Montenegro, the one finger I saw was probably just a mark that did not contain much power, and this fist mark is the full force of the real ancestor. Yi Tian guessed. Perhaps this fist mark has existed for a long time, and the power has dissipated a lot. The real Tianzu level attack may be more terrifying than this. This fist mark is also worth comprehension for me, let's comprehend it for a while here. Yi Tian decided. But soon, he discovered that comprehending this fist seal is much more difficult than comprehending the original boundless extreme territory skill. The infinite extreme territory technique that he encountered at the time of truncating Montenegro was inherited from that heavenly ancestor general's fingering class infinite territory. The domain technique was parsed out, allowing Yi Tian to comprehend it again and again. But this fist mark is not intended for any living being to comprehend, so it is naturally very difficult to comprehend something from it. However, if you really comprehend something from this fist mark, it must not be an ordinary harvest. Years passed, Yi Tian was silently comprehending here, practicing his moves from time to time. From the beginning, he got nothing, to gradually have some insights. This fist mark doesn't seem to contain any boundless extremes, it's a pure blow, but it seems to transform all instincts, completely integrating an extremely powerful energy into every part of the body, and it can burst out easily. Yi Tian secretly said. And this power should be the power of the infinite divine ability technique, and this heavenly ancestor has already used the infinite divine ability technique to the extent that it can explode at will, treating it as a normal attack. This fist imprint is not an immeasurable extreme field technique, but an application of immeasurable supernatural powers. It is suitable for high-level immeasurable beings in the fifth stage to comprehend. However, I can barely emphasize the power of the imprint of the seeds of immeasurable supernatural powers. You can comprehend and comprehend, maybe you can better exert the power of the imprint of the seed of the immeasurable magical powers, unlike the previous one, the body will be seriously damaged. Yi Tian murmured. Afterwards, he tried his best to comprehend, and from time to time, he would mobilize the power of the imprint of the immeasurable magical power seed in his body. If his body was seriously damaged, he would make another copy. In this way, Yi Tian has more and more understanding and perception of the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers, and the sequelae of using the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers to imprint the power of seeds are also getting lighter and lighter. In the blink of an eye, tens of millions of years have passed. At this point, Yi Tian was already qualified to hit the fourth stage. In addition, his comprehension of boxing marks has reached a limit, and it is difficult to continue to comprehend things, but he has gained a lot. Yi Tian extracted the power of the imprint of the seeds of the immeasurable supernatural powers deep within the body, and turned it into a sword in his hand. Immediately, he held a sword and stabbed at another duplicate body. John Meng easily tore another clone body, and many defenses were useless. In just one blow, the other replica body was injured, and the injuries were severe. After a few tricks, the other duplicate body was killed. I didn't expect that I would manifest the power of the imprint of the seed of the immeasurable magical powers in my hand, compress it into a sword to the extreme, and display the sword glow, and I could easily kill the cloned body that is comparable to the fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form. This means that I can easily kill my previous self. It can be said that after mastering this method, his strength is equivalent to skyrocketing. Immediately, he dissipated the power of the imprint of the seed of the immeasurable magical powers. Although the physical body was still damaged, it was not too serious. Even if it was the method just now, he could still use it. However, if you fight like this for a long time, this replica body will still collapse, but it is much better than before. This fist mark means nothing to me, it's time to go. Yi Tian left here and continued to explore the infinite boundary ruins. Ruins Stone Tower. Yi Tian is going to attack the fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings realm here. With the cover of the ruined stone pagoda, he breaks through in the Xuanqi realm and will not be perceived by any ancestors or forces. For this breakthrough, Yi Tian has prepared a lot of resources and materials, among which the void golden water is fully prepared, and there is no chance of unexpected situations. After the preparation was almost done, Yi Tian began to attack the fourth stage. In the realm of 267 high-level immeasurable beings, the third stage is to condense immeasurable blood, and the fourth stage is to use 129,600 drops of immeasurable blood to temper the whole body. The initial completion of the whole body tempering is regarded as breaking the shackles and promoting success. Under normal circumstances, once the whole body tempering begins, it is best not to interrupt the process, otherwise all previous efforts will be lost. Therefore, Yi Tian needs to spend a long time to complete this breakthrough process, which cannot be disturbed, otherwise, he will have to start from scratch again. Let's start. Yi Tian took out some void gold water, swallowed it in one gulp, and started refining it quickly, and then mobilized the 129,600 blood in the whole body to refine from the skin, flesh and blood, internal organs, acupoints, etc. Since Yi Tian's infinite blood has reached the upper limit quality, it is easier for him to temper his whole body, and the tempering speed will be faster. Boom! Yi Tian's body was inexhaustible and quickly recovered without the supply of resources, and continued to refine. It can be said that this breakthrough process is a process that consumes a lot of resources, and there is no sufficient wealth to be qualified for breakthrough. Time passed. Yi Tian's breakthrough process was also very smooth, and the consumption of resources was nothing to Yi Tian. Finally this day, Yi Tian ushered in the most critical moment. Chapter 2371 Breakthrough and enter the fourth stage. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. At this moment, Yi Tian has already used the boundless blood to temper the whole body to the level of once, and only needs to break the shackles, the whole body can be transformed and enter the fourth stage. Now, Yi Tian is about to break through. Crack. The shackles in the dark were forcibly shattered by Yi Tian's 129,600 drops of boundless blood, and the flesh and blood entered a new stage. Countless energies poured into Yi Tian's body, assisting countless blood to improve the flesh and blood. The speed of this improvement is too fast, there is no limit at all, the flesh body becomes stronger at an incredible speed, and it becomes stronger every second. This transformation process will last for a long time. Fortunately, no one disturbs him, so he can break through with confidence. After a long time, the breakthrough was finally over. Breakthrough, now I'm a high-level immeasurable being in the fourth stage. Yi Tian said excitedly. As soon as he broke through, his current strength has far surpassed his previous self, and he is afraid that he can easily kill a fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form like Junshin Great Ancestor. Even among the high-level immeasurable beings in the fourth stage, his strength is estimated to be among the top ranks. Try the effect of infinite blood gold stone. Yi Tian took out some immeasurable blood gold stones, and absorbed the energy from them to temper himself with immeasurable blood. Boom! A stream of pure energy continuously tempered Yi Tian's flesh and blood, and the whole body was tempered together, and the effect was very good. Afterwards, he did not use countless blood gold stones to temper his entire body, but instead relied on himself to absorb the energy from the outside world to temper his entire body. Result: almost no progress. Only then did Yi Tian understand why the high-level immeasurable lifeforms of the fourth stage were so weak. If there were no resource treasures like the immeasurable blood gold stone, if they just depended on ordinary resources, let alone tens of millions of the first year of the world, even a few in the first year of the billion world, there is hardly any progress. Fortunately, I have obtained so many immeasurable blood gold stones, otherwise my strength will be difficult to improve for a long time. Yi Tian muttered. Of course, even if there are so many immeasurable blood gold stones, it is almost unrealistic for him to quickly increase his strength to reach the fifth stage. The fourth stage is far from the fifth stage, and the gap between them is very large. The fourth stage is mainly to use immeasurable blood to temper the whole body, so that the body transforms again and again. After the general fourth stage high-level immeasurable life body has been tempered 9 times, it can go to the fifth stage. And Yi Tian felt that he must have been tempered not only 9 times, but maybe a dozen times. But the more times the whole body is tempered, the more difficult it is to continue tempering. Maybe at the back, even the effect of the immeasurable blood gold stone is not necessarily good, and it needs more advanced resources to complete the whole body tempering. Take your time, first replace all the other cloned bodies with the fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form realm. Soon, each of Yi Tian's cloned bodies was replaced, and they all had the fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form cultivation base. Moreover, Yi Tian also disarmed the Infinite Ruins monster of the third stage, and copied the Infinite Ruins monster of the fourth stage, so that his life-saving ability in the Infinite Realm Ruins would be greatly increased. Copper Mountain City, in the depths of a majestic hall. The great ancestor Junshin was lying in a blood pond, and countless materials around him were integrated into the blood pond to help him heal. However, even so, he still did not keep the fourth stage of cultivation, and currently only has the third stage of cultivation, and only 30,000 drops of immeasurable blood have been saved. It can be said that his current strength has been greatly reduced, and it is a little more powerful than the general third stage high-level immeasurable life form. In Tongshan City, there are many high-level immeasurable beings in the third stage that are more powerful than him, and he is not qualified to become the deputy city lord of Tongshan City. It can be said that he is completely useless now. Unexpected, the void distorted, and a figure came out. When the Grand Ancestor Junshin saw the visitor, he quickly said, "Eldest brother, you must avenge me." The visitor was the Lord of Tongshan City, the Great Ancestor of Tongshan. When the Great Ancestor of Tongshan saw the tragic state of the Great Ancestor Junshin, he could not help sighing, "Junshin, why don't I want to avenge you, but you saw it last time, and I can't help the Great Ancestor. Dealing with you, he is seriously injured. Even if he has some heaven-defying treasure to make up for the foundation, it will definitely be affected. It is difficult to become the fourth stage. Moreover, his injury may not necessarily recover. I don't care whether the Great Ancestor of Endless has hurt the foundation or not, I want to let him die." Ancestor Junshin said angrily. The Great Ancestor Tongshan was silent for a while, and then he said again, "It's not that there is no way, from the current situation, the Great Ancestor of Endless really has no special background. Even if he has some special methods, his combat power is better than the average fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings or stronger, but there is not no force that dares to deal with him. I contacted an outside force, although it is not as strong as the outside alliance, but it is also stronger. They want to establish a stronghold in Xuanqi territory, we are ready to cooperate with them and bring the Copper Mountain to them as a stronghold. And they can work with us to deal with the Great Ancestor of the Endless, and the benefits will be half and half." "That would be great," Ancestor Junshin said excitedly. "Junshin, heal your wounds well, and there is no hope of recovery in the future. If I achieve the 5th stage high-level boundless life form realm in the future, maybe I can find a way to restore you." "Thank you bro." Ancestor Junshin regained hope, and after the Great Ancestor of Tongshan left here, he contacted that outside force, Void Gate. This day, the 2 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings from the Void Gate came to Tongshan Tongshan City. They are Xuanying Great Ancestor and Void Great Ancestor respectively. The most prominent of them is the Great Ancestor Xuanying, who has completed 3 whole-body tempering, and Void Gift has completed 2 whole-body tempering. As for the Great Ancestor of Tongshan, he has only completed 2 whole-body temperings at present. The main mansion of Tongshan City. The Great Ancestor of Tongshan met with Great Ancestor Xuanying and Great Ancestor of Void Wang Zhao to discuss cooperation matters. Soon, they discussed the Great Ancestor of Endless. At this time, the Great Ancestor Xuanying said, "Our Void sect has also investigated the Great Ancestor of the Endless during this period of time. With our strength, we are sure to kill the other party. However, the Golden God Armor and the Yin Hengtian Ancestor on the Great Ancestor of Endless. The token must belong to us, and the other benefits will be divided into half. The token of the Golden God Armor and the Silver Hengtianzu." The Great Ancestor of Tongshan hesitated for a moment. Although Yin Hengtianzu's token is more valuable, it is of no use to him, and it is not easy to trade it, so it's okay to give up. But the Golden God Armor is really a good thing. Once obtained, his strength will skyrocket. Even if it is a 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form that has been tempered 4 or 5 times, don't try to kill him easily. It's a real lifesaver. However, if he does not agree, he cannot kill Yi Tian himself. "Okay, I agree," the Great Ancestor of Tongshan nodded. Chapter 2372 Kill the Great Ancestor of Tongshan. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. After the Void Gate and the Great Ancestor of the Copper Mountain had negotiated, they made preparations and would attack the ruined stone pagoda at any time. Perhaps for them, killing Yi Tian is not difficult at all. After all, if the high-level immeasurable beings of the 4th stage were to besiege an injured 3rd stage immeasurable beings, even if Yi Tian defied the sky, he would definitely not be able to turn the tables. However, they never thought that Yi Tian had already broken through to the 4th stage. Even if he didn't break through, his strength was not comparable to the ordinary 4th stage high-level immeasurable life forms. Not long after, the 3 figures quickly shuttled and came to the vicinity of the ruined stone pagoda. Is the Endless Ancestor still in the stone tower of the ruins? The Great Ancestor Tao of the profound shadow of the Void Gate. Well, still, it seems that I went out once before, and came back not long after. Tongshan Great Ancestor said. Then don't waste time, just break through the stone pagoda of the ruins. The Great Ancestor Void urged. However, their arrival has long caught Yi Tian's attention. Yi Tian arranged a magic circle near the stone pagoda of the ruins. If the great ancestor of the fourth stage arrives, it will naturally attract the attention of the great array 267 and be known by him. Therefore, when the three great ancestors, Tongshan great ancestor, Xuanying great ancestor, and Kong void great ancestor arrived, Yi Tian knew directly and left the customs immediately. The great ancestor of Tongshan, he came with two high-level immeasurable beings of the fourth stage. It seems that he wants to besiege me. Yi Tian muttered. He doesn't know the great ancestor Xuanying and the great ancestor of void, but from the perspective of breath, they should be the two great ancestors outside the realm of Xuanqi. It is not clear whether these two great ancestors came from the outer boundary alliance. Yi Tian walked out of the ruined stone pagoda, and the aura of the fourth stage high-level immeasurable beings was fully revealed. When the great ancestor Tongshan noticed Yi Tian's cultivation, his pupils shrank. How is it possible that you have entered the fourth stage? The great ancestor of Tongshan is completely unbelievable. You must know that the previous Yi Tian almost burned out the blood in order to seriously injure the great ancestor of Junshan, and also urged the imprint of the seed of the immeasurable magical powers, which seriously injured the foundation and almost cut off the road ahead. Even if there is a treasure against the sky, it cannot CJFJ completely repair the foundation. There is almost no hope of breaking through to the fourth stage. And even if the potential is completely restored, a large amount of void golden water is required to reach the fourth stage. Where did Yi Tian get so much void golden water? The great ancestor Xuanying and great ancestor of Void Gate also hesitated, not knowing whether to do it or not. It must be known that Yi Tian has broken through to the fourth stage high-level immeasurable life body realm, and has the golden god armor stone defense armor to protect his body. His life-saving ability is too powerful. If Yi Tian is desperate, they will definitely not be able to escape the benefits, and may even fall. The great ancestor of the Copper Mountain, this endless great ancestor has already made a breakthrough. We can't take risks. Xuanying great ancestor spread the message. It is good. The great ancestor of Copper Mountain doesn't dare to take risks anymore. Before Yi Tian made a breakthrough, he could break out his trump card and hurt him, making him dare not continue to shoot. Now, Yi Tian has broken through to the fourth stage of high-level immeasurable beings, and his strength will inevitably increase greatly. He is definitely no longer an opponent. Even if he adds Xuanying great ancestor and Void great ancestor, he may not be able to win. Okay, retreat, the great ancestor of Tongshan replied. Shish. The great ancestor of Tongshan and the others retreated together, but Yi Tian naturally did not allow them to retreat. I saw that Yi Tian urged the power of the imprint of the seed of the immeasurable magical powers to condense into a sword, and immediately rushed towards the weakest ancestor of the Tongshan mountain. Based on Yi Tian's current understanding and comprehension of the infinite divine ability technique, the power of this sword is even more terrifying than the infinite extreme territory technique. The great ancestor of Tongshan also noticed the horror of this sword, so he immediately activated his limitless extreme domain technique, conversion technique, trying to divert the power of this sword. However, at the beginning, Yi Tian's attack in the third stage, he did not completely transfer, let alone the current full-strength attack. Puff! Yi Tian's sword beam tore apart the boundless extreme Dao domain of the great ancestor of the Tongshan mountain, broke the conversion technique, and pierced it directly. A terrifying force erupted, annihilating part of the body of the great ancestor of the Tongshan mountain. With just one sword stroke, the great ancestor of Tongshan was seriously injured and dying. At this time, the great ancestor Xuanying and great ancestor Kong did not dare to rescue the great ancestor of Tongshan, and chose to escape directly. Boom! Another blow came, directly killing the great ancestor of Tongshan. Afterwards, Yi Tian pierced through the great ancestor of Void with a sword from a long distance, but did not kill him. In the blink of an eye, the great ancestor Xuanying and great ancestor Void escaped far away. Yi Tian didn't go after the great ancestor Void either, because he really didn't understand the backgrounds of these two great ancestors. If there were still fifth stage high-level immeasurable beings behind them, it would definitely be troublesome. As for the great ancestor of Tongshan mountain, if you kill him, you will kill him, but there is no background behind the great ancestor of Tongshan mountain. After killing the great ancestor of the Copper Mountain, Yi Tian returned to the ruined stone pagoda. But this battle is still exposed. After all, the battle of the fourth stage high-level immeasurable lifeform spreads too far, and you can't even pay attention. Soon, other forces in the Xuanqi realm knew that the great ancestor of Tongshan had fallen. Originally, there were only two high-level immeasurable beings in the fourth stage in Tongshan City. Now that the great ancestor of Tongshan has fallen and the great ancestor of Junshan has been abandoned, Tongshan City has no higher order immeasurable beings in the fourth stage. For the common power. Somewhere in Xuanqi territory, Great Ancestor Xuanying and Great Ancestor Void gathered again. When they just escaped, they were separated. Ancestor Void, are you alright? Xuanshou, seriously injured. Fortunately the Great Ancestor Endless didn't chase me down, otherwise I wouldn't be able to escape. The Great Ancestor Void said with a terrified look. The Great Ancestor Endless is too terrifying, and he definitely has the top combat power in the 4th stage, let alone us. Now, even if it is the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form that has been tempered 5 or 6 times, it is not his opponent. I really shouldn't have cooperated with the waste of Tongshan Great Ancestor. Offending such a powerful Great Ancestor, we can't come to Xuanqi territory in the future, otherwise our identity will be exposed, and they will hate the Void Sect, then it will be troublesome. Wait, the Great Ancestor of the evildoer is almost certain to become a 5th stage high-level immeasurable being, even our Void Sect would not dare to provoke it. Let's go back to the Void Gate, and temporarily give up entering the Xuanqi territory. 1. Level, Xuanying Great Ancestor and Void Great Ancestor left Xuanqi territory. Chapter 2373 Token, Go. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Xuanqi Pavilion. The Great Ancestor Xuanxin was shocked when he learned that the Great Ancestor of Tongshan was killed by Yi Tian, and he was killed in a few strokes, and he also severely damaged the other 2 high-level immeasurable beings in the 4th stage. It is very difficult to know that the Great Ancestor of Tongshan can transfer damage and kill him with a few tricks. Only the top high-level immeasurable life forms in the 4th stage can do it. After the Endless Great Ancestor broke through to the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form, his strength has improved too much. Ancestor Xuanxin couldn't help but sigh. In terms of strength, he is similar to the Great Ancestor of Tongshan. If he were to face Yi Tian, he would probably be killed in a few moves, and he might even be killed in 1 move. Absolutely can't provoke this Endless Ancestor. Ancestor Xuanxin murmured. Of course, he is not afraid. After all, he is the ancestor of Xuanqi Pavilion, and his background is not the ancestor of Tongshan. Xuanqi Pavilion also has a 5th stage high-order immeasurable life form, and there are many trump cards. Even if Yi Tian's strength is comparable to the 5th stage high-order immeasurable life body, Xuanqi Pavilion is not afraid. As Yi Tian's deeds of killing the Great Ancestor of Tongshan gradually spread out, the entire Xuanqi territory's forces were extremely jealous of him. Of course, they are not jealous of Yi Tian's current strength, but are jealous of Yi Tian's potential. They thought that Yi Tian was useless last time, but they didn't expect to break through to the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form so quickly. Obviously the foundation has recovered. Therefore, Yi Tian, who is such an evildoer, will naturally have a high probability of growing to the 5th stage of high-level immeasurable beings in the future, so he cannot easily offend him. For the next period of time, Yi Tian practiced very peacefully without any interruptions, but some forces visited him, but he refused. In the blink of an eye, the first year of 30 million worlds passed. Yi Tian's cultivation level is still the 4th stage of a whole-body tempering. It is not that easy to complete the 2nd whole-body tempering. Even if he does not lack resources, he cannot do it. This day, when Yi Tian was practicing, he suddenly felt that Yinheng Tianzu's token was shaking. What's the matter? Yinheng Tianzu's token is shaking. Yi Tian was a little puzzled, not knowing what happened. Immediately, he contacted the Great Ancestor of Blood. Although the strength of the Great Ancestor of Blood is weaker, after all, he was once the pet of the ancient Blood Heavenly Ancestor, so his knowledge is incomparable to other Great Ancestors. Perhaps he knows the situation of this token. The Great Ancestor of Blood, do you know what the shock of the Yinheng Tianzu token represents? Yi Tian asked. The Great Ancestor Biao Shui did not hide it, and answered. The Great Ancestor of the Endless, the token of Yinheng Tianzu is a chance, but even if the Great Ancestor who lacks strength obtains this token, there is no way to get the chance, so he is forced to go. Participation will even fall. Like this token, Yinheng Tianzu has issued hundreds of thousands of tokens, not only in Xuanqi territory, but also in other places similar to Xuanqi territory. Maybe even throw the token at the Infinite Realm ruins. With the token, you can enter a secret place to participate in the assessment left by Yinheng Tianzu, but the specific assessment is naturally unknown to outsiders. And the silver in your hand, the Heng Tianzu token vibrates, which means that the place is open, and the token owner is calling to go. Of course, you can ignore this shock, but it doesn't matter if you go. If it was in the past, what should I do? Yi Tian asked. The Great Ancestor Biao Shui said with a smile. It's very simple, just use an immeasurable blood gold stone to blend it into it. After all, it takes energy to activate the token, and it has to cross the Xuanqi territory and pass through the infinite boundary ruins to get to that place. Not enough energy is not enough. And an immeasurable blood gold stone can barely let a great ancestor pass. Thanks for reminding. Yi Tian thanked. Endless great ancestor, although your strength is very strong, it is best not to pass, otherwise it will be easy to fall. There used to be the top 4th stage high-level immeasurable life forms who got the token, but later fell. Only the 5th stage high-level only innumerable life forms have the assurance of life-saving, and the strength of the 4th stage is still too poor. The great ancestor Bai Shui reminded. I see. Yi Tian didn't say much. Danger is nothing to him, the big deal is the loss of a clone. The place where Yin Hengtianzu set the test, even if it is dangerous, my duplicate body will not necessarily fall. Go and try it, maybe you can get a big chance. Yi Tian thought to himself. After all, the great ancestor Biao Shui has never been there, so all the information may not be accurate, and perhaps the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life forms may not be in danger. Begging for flowers, Yi Tian took out an immeasurable bloodstone and incorporated it into the token. The token began to emit bright rays of light, and then wrapped Yi Tian. Unexpected. The light disappeared instantly, and Yi Tian also disappeared. I don't know how long has passed. Yi Tian came to a strange place. This is no longer Xuanqi's territory. At this moment, he is in a majestic hall. This hall is made of unknown materials and contains terrifying power. Yi Tian felt that even if he did his best, he would not be able to leave a mark on the wall. Boom boom boom. A terrifying figure arrives here one after another. Their shapes are different, some are humanoid, some are other forms, but each one's cultivation base is very powerful, almost higher than Yi Tian. The 5th stage high-order immeasurable life form. It's the 5th stage high-order immeasurable life form again. It's still the 5th stage high-order immeasurable life form. Yi Tian glanced around, and at the 5th stage, there was only one answer. The 4th stage, but I have done at least 9 full-body workouts. He is the only one who has the lowest cultivation base, not to mention the 4th stage, and has only completed 1 whole body tempering. Therefore, he attracted the attention of other great ancestors. Which realm does this great ancestor come from? He has only completed 1 whole body tempering, such a 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form dares to come here, isn't he afraid of death? Forget it, what are you talking about with such a great ancestor? I won't be able to see it in the future anyway. It is estimated that he was attracted by the opportunities and benefits of Yin Heng Tianzu, but if he came here, if he didn't have the strength, he would not be able to get any benefits, and he would even lose his life. These ancestors did not be optimistic about Yi Tian, all think that Yi Tian will surely die. Yi Tian was too lazy to pay attention to these great ancestors, and just waited quietly. Not long after, more than 100 great ancestors came here, only 3 high-order immeasurable beings of the 4th stage, and the others were all 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings. At this moment, the phantom of Yin Heng Tianzu descended. Corpse. Chapter 2374 The Land of Evil Blue, The Purpose of Yin Heng Tianzu. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Boom. This hall is filled with an unimaginable aura that many great ancestors could not imagine. What descended was just a phantom of Yin Heng Tianzu, but it was still not an existence that these great ancestors could compete with. It can be seen how terrifying the real ancestors are, and they can be annihilated at will. I have seen Yin Heng Tianzu. Many great ancestors respectfully said. Yin Heng Tianzu glanced around and said, this time, I will send you to the land of evil blue. You must collect 10,000 contribution points before you can leave. The more contribution points, the more rewards. The time is 10 in the first year of the world. After 10 years of the first year of the world, you will leave the land of evil blue. If you do not collect 10,000 contribution points, there will be no rewards. As soon as the voice fell, a bunch of information was integrated into the bodies of many great ancestors. This information includes how to obtain this contribution value. Killing a high-level immeasurable life form in the 4th stage of 267 can get 10 contribution points, and killing a high-level immeasurable life form in the 5th stage can get 1,000 contribution points. Collect the blue crystal one, you can get 100 contribution points. 1. After Yi Tian obtained this information, his expression was extremely solemn. Killing a 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form only has 1,000 contribution points. If you want to collect 10,000 contributions, it is worth killing 10 5th stage high-order immeasurable life forms. There are only so many high-level immeasurable beings in the 5th stage in the entire Xuanqi territory. There are absolutely not many, and each of them is a real top existence, suppressing a supreme powerhouse of a top force. However, a life and death struggle is required here. No, the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings who dare to enter here have many life-saving means, and the life-saving means similar to the Golden God Armor Stone are probably nothing, and it is difficult for them to kill each other. I think, to get enough contribution points, you have to collect enough materials, such as the blue crystal, one is 100 contribution points, and 100 pieces are enough. Yi Tian guessed secretly, if the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms are really so easy to kill, then the 5th stage high-order immeasurable life forms will not come here easily, and the number will not be so many. However, if the high-level immeasurable life forms of the 4th stage enter here, it is really dead and alive. Yi Tian's current strength is estimated to be inferior to the other two 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings, no wonder the other great ancestors think that he will die this time. However, Yi Tian didn't feel that he was bound to die, and he still had hope of life. Give you a little time to prepare, and when you are ready, send it to you immediately. After speaking, Yin Heng Tianzu left. After Yin Heng Tianzu left, some great ancestors showed a solemn expression. I didn't expect this time to be a land of evil blue, so the competition would be very fierce. A 5th stage high-level immeasurable lifeform sighed with emotion. Yeah, the last time I entered the land of evil blue, it was 18 years ago of the infinite realm, and that time I lost a lot of 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings. 1. Hey, if I knew it was a land of evil blue, I won't be here this time. Hee, it's all here now, if you dare to leave, Yin Heng Tianzu will definitely kill you. Yi Tian listened to their conversation with a lot of doubts in his heart. Obviously, they knew something about the evil blue land, unlike him who didn't know anything at all. Great ancestors, where is the land of evil blue? Yi Tian asked. However, some 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings just glanced at Yi Tian and then ignored them. Perhaps to them, Yi Tian is a dead person, what is there to chat with a dead person? However, in the end, there was still a 5th stage high-level immeasurable being named Pale Patriarch who answered Yi Tian's words. The land of evil blue is a mysterious place, and we don't know where the distance is. We only know that many heavenly ancestors are working on the land of evil blue, and they will send a group of great ancestors to enter every long period of time. Among them, those ancestors may be for the resources of the evil blue land, or it is just a game. However, as long as you survive from the evil blue land, and collect 10,000 contribution points, you can get from Yin Heng Tianzu great opportunity there. Pale Ancestor said a lot, which made Yi Tian understand the land of evil blue and the secrets of the token. I didn't expect that after getting the token, the so-called chance turned out to be this. Yi Tian frowned. It seems that many great ancestors only know that this token involves the opportunity of Yin Heng Tianzu, but they don't know what the opportunity is. If they knew, they would definitely not want to come. Where is this opportunity? It is clearly an employment token. I am afraid that it is not only Yin Heng Tianzu who does this. These Tianzu use various methods to summon some 4th or 5th stage high-level immeasurable life forms to do things for them, so as to obtain some resources they do not need. Even if these great ancestors fall, there is no loss to Yin Heng Tian ancestor and the others. But even so, there are still many high-level immeasurable life forms of the 5th stage. As for the reason, it is naturally for treasures and resources. At the 5th stage of high-level immeasurable beings, general resources are useless to them. If they want to get the chance to break through, they can only try all kinds of things. It is worth taking a little risk. This time, the evil blue land was a little dangerous, but at other times it was quite safe. It can only be said that the ancestors present were a little unlucky this time. Sure enough, there is no cheapness. Yin Heng Tianzu throws tokens everywhere, and he has no good intentions at all. Yi Tian secretly said. However, when he actually came, he naturally wanted to give it a try, and maybe he could get benefits from Yin Heng Tianzu. Time passed slowly, and many great ancestors were ready. Unexpected, a force enveloped this place, and many great ancestors were directly moved away. Boom, a world was torn apart, and figures were thrown in, scattered all over the world. And Yi Tian was also thrown in, and he fell 5.9 into a mountain range. As soon as he threw it in, he immediately used various concealment methods to bring his own chi. In terms of strength, he is definitely counted down here, so now fighting against these 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings is undoubtedly an act of courting death. The copy talent is shrouded in all directions. Soon, Yi Tian sensed a creature that was only comparable to the 3rd stage. So, Yi Tian killed the opponent instantly, and then started to copy the opponent's body. If he wants to replicate an aboriginal creature from the evil blue land, one more copy of the body means one more chance. It is mainly the creatures of the third stage. Those foreign ancestors are not interested in killing them, so they are not easy to fall. After this creature was copied, Yi Tian started to prepare for the next action. Chapter 2375 Infinite Blood Spirit Liquid. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. My strength is too weak, not to mention the weakest. It is estimated that it is similar, and if those high-level immeasurable beings in the 5th stage discover me, they will kill me in an instant. For them, I am also worth 10 points. Yi Tian thought to himself. 10 points seems to be very little, but why don't they do things that they do at will? Furthermore, maybe you can find treasures from the 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings, then you will make a lot of money. Therefore, unless it is an acquaintance or a very kind ancestor, other 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings will definitely take action when they see 4th stage high-order immeasurable beings. Let the blue wolf copy the body to explore first, this copy of your own body cannot leave. Yi Tian muttered. As long as there is a clone body that does not fall, he can use the ability to clone the body to reproduce the other clone bodies again. However, contribution points can only be obtained by copying the body of one's own true body. If this duplicate body 29 fell, he would not dare to appear in front of Yinheng Tianzu again, otherwise Yinheng Tianzu would definitely be able to detect the abnormality. After all, he carries the token on his body, so he can perceive some situations, otherwise there is no way to record the contribution value. Once it falls and replicates again, it will be exposed. Therefore, he must ensure that his true body copy body does not fall before he can obtain benefits from Yinheng Tianzu. Furthermore, this replica body still has the golden god armor stone. If it falls, it will be a big loss. In the days that followed, Yi Tian tried his best to hide this duplicate body, directly hiding in the deepest part of the mountain range in the land of evil blue, erasing everything. Even if it is a high-level immeasurable life form of the 5th stage, if you don't investigate carefully, even if you come here, you will not be able to find him. And Yi Tian's blue wolf copy body is mainly to go out to find resources. Yinheng Tianzu gave a list of some resources. Many of the above resources can be exchanged for contribution points. Some are even directly worth 10,000 contribution points, and some can be exchanged for 0.1 contribution points. Although killing the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form can earn a lot of contribution points, Yi Tian dare not have this idea, the strength gap is really too big. Boom! In the distant area, the fluctuations of the battle between two 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings came. After Yi Tian sensed it, he immediately shifted his direction, otherwise, with his current strength of copying his body, he would not be able to bear the aftermath. This day, Yi Tian finally had a harvest. Mingjin Sao, worth 3 contribution points. Yi Tian was overjoyed. There are not only one dark golden grass here, but dozens of them, with a total value of hundreds of contribution points. However, the guardian of these dark golden grass is a 4th stage creature. You have to let the real body copy the body to shoot. Yi Tian muttered. So, he copied another real body copying body nearby. Soon, a copy of the body of a true god condensed. Go on. Yi Tian shot directly, killed the 4th stage creature in a very short time, captured the dark golden grass here, and then threw it to the blue wolf to copy the body. Immediately, the blue wolf copied its body and left quickly. There is a 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form coming, and the speed is so fast. Yi Tian released his breath to attract the other party's attention, making cover for the secluded blue wolf to leave. Sure enough, the other party directly ignored the mere 3rd stage ghost blue wolf duplicating body, thinking that it was just a frightened creature. The other party came directly towards Yi Tian, wanting to see the situation. Seeing this, Yi Tian directly annihilated his own duplicate body. A figure descended here, and it was a 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form. He looked around and frowned slightly. There was a battle, and there was still the breath of the golden grass, but the breath of the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life body disappeared. It seems like self-annihilation, but not like the great ancestor. Silly, it should be some kind of special way to escape. He searched around again, but unfortunately he didn't find anything, so he left directly. In the days that followed, Yi Tian used this method to send the resources he found to the replica body holding the Yinheng Tianzu token. In this way, the contribution value in his hands is increasing. However, compared to those high-level immeasurable beings in the 5th stage, the speed at which he obtains contribution points is definitely not fast. His only advantage is that the competition is small, and he does not need to fight with other 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings. Somewhere in the Blue Land, Yi Tian's ghost blue wolf clone suddenly discovered a treasure that was of great value to him. It was a blood-red giant tree, and if it wasn't close to it, it was almost impossible to perceive its existence. Could this be the infinite blood spirit tree? Yi Tian was short of breath. If it is really this treasure, then his harvest this time is huge. The immeasurable blood spirit tree is similar to the immeasurable blood gold stone, but the immeasurable blood spirit tree is more rare, and it is a legendary thing in the Xuanqi domain. The great ancestors could extract a substance of immeasurable blood spirit liquid from the immeasurable blood spirit tree, and immeasurable blood spirit liquid could make the 4th stage high-order immeasurable life form quickly complete the whole body tempering. The effect is immeasurable blood gold stone. 100 times 1,000 times more. In addition, in the list listed by Yinheng Tianzu, there are countless blood spirit trees. One can be exchanged for 300 contribution points. It doesn't make much sense to exchange the infinite blood spirit tree for 300 devotions. If you use it to cultivate, you will be able to hit the 2nd place with 267. Yi Tian thought to himself. Yinheng Tianzu did not say that it was impossible to practice with the resources of the evil Blue Land. Furthermore, he can completely use other real bodies to copy his body to practice. There is no token, and Yinheng Tianzu does not know, so there is no risk. Put away this immeasurable blood spirit tree first. Yi Tian collected this immeasurable blood spirit tree little by little. Soon, the infinite blood spirit tree fell into Yi Tian's hands. Then, Yi Tian began to extract the immeasurable blood spirit liquid of the immeasurable blood spirit tree. One drop after another was extracted with immeasurable blood spirit liquid, and a total of tens of thousands of immeasurable blood spirit liquid were extracted. Subsequently, Yi Tian found a relatively safe place, and then copied a real body replica body, and then let this replica body practice here, refining countless blood spirits. Try the effect. Yi Tian took out a drop of immeasurable blood spirit liquid, swallowed it in one gulp, and slowly refined it, with the help of immeasurable blood to temper the whole body. Boom! An unimaginable effect appeared. His whole body was tempered at an extremely fast speed. This speed far surpassed before. With such an effect, it won't take long before I can complete the 2nd whole body tempering. Yi Tian said excitedly. Chapter 2376 The 2nd whole body tempering. Get the contribution value. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Drop by drop of blood spirit liquid was consumed by Yi Tian, but he was getting closer and closer to the completion of the 2nd whole body tempering. Finally this day, boom, Yi Tian's 2nd whole body tempering was completely completed, his body began to transform, and his breath became stronger and stronger. The strength has soared. Yi Tian was quite excited. With his current strength, he is definitely not weaker than those 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings who have been tempered for more than 9 times. However, it is still a long way from the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form. However, with his current strength and many life-saving means, when he encounters a weak 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form, at least there is a glimmer of hope of escaping. It's a pity that there is not much time left, and there is no way to continue to break through. Yi Tian muttered. However, just to obtain these immeasurable blood spirits and advance the cultivation base to the 2nd whole body tempering, this is a great opportunity. The day of departure was getting closer and closer, but Yi Tian finally collected 10,000 contribution points. After that, he did not continue his activities, but completely hid himself so as not to be discovered and thus killed. Time passed, and the great ancestors stopped moving on this day. Time is up, Yi Tian secretly said. Yi Tian seemed to see a hand stretched out from the depths of endless time and space, and probed into the land of evil blue. No matter where these great ancestors were, they would be discovered by Yinheng Tianzu and taken away. Swish! Yi Tian's body was brushed by a big hand, and the next moment he left the land of evil blue and returned to the previous hall. However, Yi Tian's ghost blue wolf copy body was not taken away. Obviously, Yinheng Tianzu couldn't find out the identity of the blue wolf, and he could only locate them according to the token or other means, and only then could these ancestors be moved away from the evil blue land. 7 great ancestors are missing, Yi Tian secretly said. But what surprised him was that one of the 4th stage high-level immeasurable lifeforms did not fall. It should be because of the strong hiding ability. Maybe it has not moved, and it has been hidden throughout the whole process. Coupled with a certain amount of luck, the other party survived. However, this time the other party definitely did not gain anything. As for the other 6 that fell, it was the 5th stage high-order immeasurable lifeforms, and 6 5th stage high-order immeasurable lifeforms fell at once. Such a loss is very serious. If such losses belong to Xuanqi territory, then Xuanqi territory will be hit hard. What? There are 2 high-level immeasurable lifeforms of the 4th stage survived. Those high-level immeasurable beings in the 5th stage were shocked when they saw Yi Tian and another high-level immeasurable being in the 4th stage still alive. There are only 3 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings in total, and 2 survived, which is a bit high. HMPH, they must have been hiding. If it wasn't for those 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings who were too lazy to look for your 4th stage high-order immeasurable beings, they would definitely not be able to survive based on your strength. A 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form mocked. Yi Tian said coldly, but we survived, and if you are in the 4th stage high-level boundless life body realm, I am afraid that you will definitely die. Little guy, you are courting death. If it wasn't for Yinheng Tianzu's territory, I would slap you to death. The 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form said angrily. Ha ha, after Yi Tian sneered, he ignored the other party. At this moment, the phantom of Yinheng Tianzu descended. I have seen Yinheng Tianzu. A high-level immeasurable life form respectfully said. Those who don't have 10,000 contribution points can leave. As soon as the words fell, some treasures from the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings were forcibly captured by Yinheng Tianzu. Then, these 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings were moved away. Seeing this scene, Yi Tian was a little surprised. These 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings tried their best to find some resources and treasures in the evil blue land, but they were directly deprived by Yinheng Tianzu because they did not collect 10,000 contribution points. Thinking of this, he finally knew why 6 5th stage high-level immeasurable lifeforms fell. After all, if they don't collect 10,000 contribution points, they are afraid they will frantically snatch or fight with other 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, just to collect 10,000 contribution points. Once you don't get it all together, you'll lose everything, and you'll have to risk your life if you come here for nothing. It's a loss. Therefore, the 5th stage immeasurable beings who entered the evil blue land all worked hard for their contribution value, which led to the loss of several 5th stage immeasurable beings. If it wasn't for the contribution value, they wouldn't have fallen so much. Yinheng Tianzu and the others are using this method to make the 5th stage high-order immeasurable lifeforms work hard. If they don't do this, maybe these 5th stage high-order immeasurable lifeforms will steadily look for resources, even each other. They don't know how to fight, they are very harmonious, maybe the land of evil blue is not dangerous. Yi Tian guessed. Perhaps it is true as the other great ancestors have said, the ancestors like Yinheng Tianzu used each 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form as chess pieces, and played chess games in places such as the evil blue land. It seems sad, but for the benefit of resources, these 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings are still here. In a blink of an eye, only 18 great ancestors remained in this hall. Except for Yi Tian, the others are all 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings. What? The great ancestor of this 4th stage is still here. He has collected 10,000 contribution points. All the great ancestors were stunned and looked at Yi Tian in disbelief. Even the 1st stage high-ranking person who had just had a little conflict with him was completely dumbfounded. If you want to collect 10,000 contribution points, you have to kill 10 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings. This is impossible, that is, you have found Wang Zhao rare resources worth 10,000 contribution points. But if you are looking for resources, you will inevitably encounter other high-level immeasurable life forms of the 5th stage, and they will be killed by casual strikes in a short time. Unless he has a terrifying hidden method, he will not be discovered by the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings. These ancestors guessed. However, they are not allowed to think too much, because the next step is to use the contribution value to exchange benefits. However, they had to hand over all the resources they found from the evil blue land, and they couldn't leave one on their body, otherwise they would all be discovered. Yi Tian also handed over all the resources on his body and did not leave one. However, he has left some resources that are beneficial to him in the Blue Wolf, and those resources are still in the evil blue land, so they are not cheating. I saw that after receiving these resources, Yinheng Tianzu directly sacrificed a treasure booklet, allowing the ancestors present to exchange benefits according to their own contribution values. Chapter 2377 Redeem Rewards, Supreme Blood. Open black lens bracket full order close black lens bracket. When the great ancestors who were present saw the treasures on the list, they were all full of longing, and could not wait to obtain all the treasures above. Yi Tian also took a look, and the treasures above were almost all treasures or opportunities that were of great use to the 5th stage high-order immeasurable beings. For example, there is a treasure called Infinite Glass Heart, which requires 1 million contribution points to be exchanged. The above also introduced the use of the immeasurable glazed heart, which can assist in the impact of the Tianzu realm, which can probably increase the success rate by 20%. But even if the success rate is only increased by 20%, it is still an unimaginable treasure for these 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, and it cannot be exchanged at all. This kind of treasure is placed on it, that is, to attract the great ancestors present. Yi Tian watched carefully, looking for the most valuable treasure to him. The technique of immeasurable supernatural powers, immeasurable feather armor, 300 contribution points. The technique of immeasurable supernatural powers, escape from the world, 500 contribution points. Yi Tian saw that there were a lot of immeasurable magical powers above, and the value was around a few hundred contribution points. Can the infinite divine ability still be sold? Yi Tian was a little surprised. Wasn't the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers born from immeasurable bones? The 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form should have secrets that I don't know. It seems that I have to buy an inheritance, and these 267 things will not make detours. Yi Tian secretly said. And there is inheritance on this list, and the value is not very high. For example, the inheritance of Tianzu's practice does not contain any inheritance of immeasurable magical powers. It only contains experience, and it needs about 500 contribution points, which can be said to be very cheap. Exchange. Yi Tian spent 500 contribution points to directly exchange this inheritance. Immediately, he integrated this inheritance. After the fusion, Yi Tian had to admit that this inheritance was very pitiful, and there was not much substance. And he finally understood the situation of the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers. The 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings can indeed breed the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers in the infinite bones. The birth of an immeasurable magical power is the 5th stage high-level immeasurable life form. However, if the technique of immeasurable supernatural power is naturally conceived, the technique of immeasurable supernatural power that is born will be weak. Therefore, after the 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings have completed more than 9 whole-body tempering, they can start to intervene in the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers, thus giving birth to a specific technique of immeasurable supernatural powers. Just like infinite feather armor, the boundless divine ability, its defensive ability is terrifying, and it is definitely a top-notch defensive boundless divine ability. Once it is used, it will be difficult to break through any number of 4th stage high-level infinite life forms. If it goes with the flow, the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers bred may be several grades worse than that of infinite feather armor. In a word, the inheritance of this immeasurable supernatural power is the top immeasurable supernatural power technique tested by countless 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, and then the method of intervention was researched and created by the ancestors. And the method of intervention can be practiced and inherited, so I came up with it. It can be exchanged for an inheritance of the defense of immeasurable magical powers, an attack class, a speed class, and an augmentation class. It should be almost the same. Yi Tian thought to himself. So, he chose a few immeasurable magical powers and exchanged them directly. Whether it is the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers, or the cultivation and inheritance of the ancestors, it is not worth mentioning in this list. Yi Tian quickly set his sights on another treasure, that is the treasure that can really make his strength skyrocket. Lu Li Guanghai has a chance to practice. According to the above introduction, the Sea of Glazed Light is a special area. It is currently owned by Yin Heng Tianzu and belongs to his territory. Entering here to practice, you can absorb the energy of the Sea of Glass Light to temper the whole body, and it can also help nurture children. The technique of infinite supernatural powers and the enhancement of infinite will. Although Yi Tian doesn't know how the effective glazed glass light sea is, but its value is 3,000 contribution points, it is worth Yi CJFJ Tian to choose it. At this moment, Yi Tian still has more than 4,000 contribution points. Afterwards, he chose a weapon treasure called Escape Realm Shuttle. This treasure can increase the speed, and most importantly, it can allow him to shuttle into the infinite realm ruins. You must know that the high-order immeasurable beings in the 4th stage are normally unable to enter the immeasurable world ruins, and the high-order immeasurable beings in the 5th stage can only enter the immeasurable world ruins by mastering some means. The last time he entered the infinite realm ruins with the great ancestor of blood, it was also based on a crack in the means left by the ancient blood heavenly ancestor. But if there is an escape world shuttle, then he can go to or leave the infinite world market alone. This treasure is of great significance to him. For example, he found a treasure resource in the infinite boundary ruins, which can be sent back through the escape shuttle. In that case, even if the cloned body is killed in the infinite realm ruins, the treasure will be in hand. The escape world shuttle needs 2,300 contribution points to be exchanged. Yi Tian didn't think much, and directly exchanged it. In this way, he still has 2,000 contribution points in his hand. The remaining 2,000 contribution points can be exchanged for the blood of the Supreme God. Yi Tian doesn't know much about the Supreme Divine Blood. According to the introduction, this treasure can improve the realm of the immeasurable body, and even it has an unimaginable lifting effect on the immeasurable body of the Mahayana. Yi Tian was going to use this Supreme Divine Blood to attack the perfect state of Taihao's immeasurable body. Once the Taihao infinite body, the Mahayana infinite body, reaches the perfect state, his strength will skyrocket, so spending 2,000 contribution points in exchange for a skyrocketing strength is naturally very cost-effective. Exchange. Yi Tian's hand directly appeared a ball of Supreme Divine Blood, which contained incomparably terrifying energy. He did not absorb it here, but put it away. At this point, his exchange is all over. The other great ancestors also completed the exchange one after another, and they were all satisfied. You can leave now. Yin Heng Tianzu's phantom waved his hand, and Yi Tian and other great ancestors were teleported away. Xuanqi territory. Yi Tian came back, and the place where he came is still where he left. I'm back, I made a lot of money this time. Yi Tian was quite excited. Immediately, he began to retreat, preparing to use this opportunity to improve his strength. He is not going to go to the Sea of Glazed Glass first, but he is going to refine the blood of the Supreme God first, and after breaking the realm of the immeasurable body of Taihao, he will decide the next plan. Chapter 2378 5 Whole Body Tempering. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Yi Tian took out the blood of the Supreme God, swallowed it in one mouthful, and then urged Taihao's immeasurable body to slowly refine it. Boom! The energy of Taishang divine blood was integrated into Yi Tian's Taihao boundless body, quickly tempering his Taihao boundless body, allowing Taihao boundless body to improve at an extremely terrifying speed. The effect is too terrifying. After my Taihao immeasurable body reaches the realm of Dacheng, even Heilu Tianjin is useless. However, this supreme divine blood can quickly improve my Taihao immeasurable body. Yi Tian felt that this supreme divine blood could really help him break the shackles and elevate the immeasurable body of Taihao to the perfect state. With the passage of time, this portion of supreme divine blood was slowly consumed, and his Taihao boundless body gradually approached the limit of Dacheng. At the same time, Yi Tian also took out other resources, and he took out all the resources that would help improve Taihao's immeasurable body, to ensure that he could really break through. After a long time, Yi Tian's Taihao immeasurable body finally ushered in a breakthrough. Finally broke through. Yi Tian was extremely excited. At this moment, his Taihao immeasurable body reached the perfect state, his strength instantly increased many times, his strength far surpassed his previous self. With his current strength, he can completely crush those top 4th stage high-order immeasurable life forms, which is enough to match the weak 5th stage high-order immeasurable life forms. Certainly, the weak 5th stage high-order immeasurable life form does not necessarily exist, and the strength of the normal 5th stage high-order immeasurable life form is still higher than his. But at least he has the qualification to fight, unlike before, he didn't even have the qualification to fight. It's time to go to Luli Guanghai. Yi Tian took out a bead, this bead could let him enter the Sea of Glazed Light. The beads moved, Yi Tian's body instantly passed through the infinite boundary ruins and came to the Sea of Glazed Light. In a boundless void, densely packed light clusters formed a sea of light. And Yi Tian was in a group of light. This is the Sea of Glass Light. Yi Tian knew that this was Yin Heng Tianzu's territory, so he didn't dare to mess around. He also sensed the aura of several great ancestors, but he didn't bother them, so he started to practice. For him, this is an opportunity to greatly improve his cultivation. He can't continue to practice here forever, and he only has 10 million years in the first year. After this time, he will be expelled. Subsequently, Yi Tian began to practice, absorbing the energy of the light group to conduct whole body tempering. For him, completing the whole body tempering can greatly improve his strength. And if you want to become a high-level immeasurable life form in the 5th stage, you must complete more than 9 whole body tempering, which is an essential process. Infinite blood combined with the energy of the Sea of Glazed Light, the tempering effect is very good, perhaps not as good as the effect of using immeasurable blood spirit liquid, but the energy is better here, and he still has 10 million years in the first year of the world to practice. Years passed, and at the time of the 30,000th year, Yi Tian finally completed the third whole body tempering. But from the third whole body tempering to the fourth whole body tempering, it takes a little longer. This time, Yi Tian spent more than 1 million years in the first year of the world, and this was the fourth time he completed the whole body tempering. It seems that the fifth whole body tempering can only be completed in the sea of glazed light. 1. Yi Tian secretly said, but even so, he was satisfied. If it is an ordinary fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form, it may be possible to use this place to complete 9 whole body tempering. But he is different, his physical body is too powerful, far surpassing other fourth stage high-level immeasurable life forms, so the difficulty of completing a whole body tempering is naturally not comparable to other great ancestors. Therefore, it is an unimaginable opportunity for him to use this place to complete the fifth whole body tempering, which saves countless resources and time. This day, Yi Tian completed the fifth whole body tempering, and the time of the first year of the 10 million world is about to come. Yi Tian only stabilized the realm, and was directly moved out by the sea of glazed light, and the bead disappeared, which meant that he could no longer enter here. 5 times the whole body tempering, Taihao's immeasurable body is complete. In terms of cultivation, Yi Tian can no longer improve in a short time. Even if he refines the boundless blood and spirit liquid in the evil blue land, it is impossible to complete the sixth whole body tempering. Next, let's mainly study the inheritance of infinite magical powers. 1. Yi Tian thought to himself. Of course, he is also preparing to refine the escape realm shuttle, which can help him shuttle into the infinite realm ruins, and can even return to the silent Black Sea at any time. Escape world shuttle is relatively difficult to refine, especially for a fourth stage high-level immeasurable being like Yi Tian. Refining is very difficult. However, Yi Tian still spent a long time refining it successfully. Try it out, ask for flowers. Yi Tian urged the escape world, and his body entered the interior of the escape world shuttle. The next moment, the escape world shuttle broke through the barriers of Xuanqi's territory and escaped into the infinite realm ruins. But soon, he escaped from the infinite realm ruins again. Afterwards, he used the escape boundary shuttle to easily come to the cut-off area of the silent Black Sea. Very good, with this escape shuttle, it is very easy to enter the infinite realm ruins or return to the silent Black Sea. Yi Tian put away the world shuttle, and began to study the multi-pass technique in the following years. And the first study of the immeasurable supernatural powers is the infinite feather armor, which is a defense-like technique of immeasurable supernatural powers. When he completely accepted the inheritance of this divine power technique, he was stunned. No wonder the inheritance of an immeasurable magical power is so cheap. It turns out that it is very difficult to practice. Yi Tian learned from the inheritance that it is very difficult to breathe the immeasurable feather armor when breaking through the fifth stage high-level immeasurable life form. In order to successfully intervene in the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers in the fourth stage of high-level immeasurable beings, one must have a sufficient understanding of the technique of immeasurable supernatural powers, and intervene in the depths of the immeasurable bones to form the seed imprint of the technique of supernatural powers. After the seed imprint is formed, intervene little by little according to the method recorded in this inheritance, and finally form the immeasurable feather armor seed imprint. After this imprint is completely formed, once it breaks through to the fifth stage high-level immeasurable beings, the imprint of the immeasurable magical powers will become the real immeasurable magics. Under normal circumstances, a fourth stage high-level immeasurable life form can probably intervene to form the seed imprint of 3 kinds of immeasurable magical powers, but the fourth stage high-order immeasurable life form with an extremely powerful fourth stage bone can probably form several more. The seed imprint of the immeasurable supernatural powers. However, successful intervention is not something that can be done casually. Just like the infinite feather armor, the infinite divine ability technique requires not only the power to control the seed imprint of the infinite divine ability technique, but also some materials. And the value of these materials far exceeds the value of inheritance. Even ordinary fifth stage high-level immeasurable life forms are difficult to collect these materials. If I want to practice the immeasurable feather armor seed imprint, I have to gather these materials. Yi Tian thought about it for a while and felt that he still had to find resources, otherwise he would be wasting the inheritance of these immeasurable magical powers. Moreover, if he wants to become more powerful, he naturally has to learn this kind of top-notch immeasurable magical power. Corpse. Chapter 2379 Find an alliance outside the world for cooperation. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. To intervene in the formation of the immeasurable feather beetle seed imprint, 6 resource materials are required. 1. Yi Tian has only one material in his hand now, and that is the immeasurable blood gold stone. In addition to the immeasurable blood gold stone, 5 other materials are needed: dragon scale saint profound crystal, Qiandao gold liquid, ancient dark wood, divine blood soil, and strange crystal heart. And among these 5 kinds of materials, Yi Tian has only heard of divine blood breathing soil and ancient Ming wood, and has never heard of other materials, let alone where to get them. Undoubtedly, even a force like Xuanqi Pavilion would be difficult to obtain these materials. You have to contact the great ancestor of blood. This guy is well informed and follows the ancient blood heavenly ancestor, he may know the information of these kinds of materials. So, Yi Tian immediately contacted the great ancestor of blood. Soon, Yi Tian met with the great ancestor of the blood, Lu Qi. Endless great ancestor. The great ancestor Biao Shui was quite polite, but he looked at Yi Tian carefully and was immediately stunned. Endless great ancestor, you are afraid that you have completed the whole body tempering 4 or 5 times? The great ancestor of blood asked. Yi Tian didn't hide it, and said it truthfully, I have completed 5 whole body tempering. The great ancestor Biao Shui knew very well how difficult it was for a high-level immeasurable being in the 4th stage to complete a whole body tempering. In the Xuanqi realm, such treasures are very rare, and even almost extinct. Well, there is only one possibility. Endless great ancestor, did you gain benefits from Yin Hengtian ancestor? Biao Shui great ancestor said in surprise. Yi Tian nodded slightly, yes. The great ancestor Biao Shui became envious. He had only just broken through to the 4th stage of high-level immeasurable life forms, but he was still far away from the 2nd full body tempering. If he could also obtain such benefits, how great would it be? At this time, Yi Tian asked, the great ancestor of blood, you have been with the ancient blood ancestors, and you have a lot of knowledge. Do you know the 3 materials of dragon scale saint profound crystal, Qiandao golden liquid, and the heart of strange crystal? Dragon scale saint profound crystal, 1000 paths of gold liquid, heart of strange crystal, these are extremely rare treasures. The great ancestor of blood said. Can you tell me the situation of these 3 materials and how to obtain them? Yi Tian continued to ask for advice. The great ancestor Biao Shui recalled for a moment, and then said, Dragon scale saint profound crystal is a material that does not exist in Xuanqi territory, it is a kind of dragon scale scarab in the infinite realm ruins. The crystal, also known as the dragon scale saint profound crystal. The weakest dragon scale sacred armor stone is comparable to the top 4th stage high order immeasurable beings, and there are even existences that are comparable to the 5th stage high order immeasurable beings. Their number is also relatively rare, so it is not easy to obtain a dragon scale saint profound crystal. As for the 1000 paths of gold liquid, it can be used to improve the immeasurable body, and it can also repair the wounds of the foundation. I'm not too sure. However, the Outer World Alliance has a 2nd-level resource, Qiandao silver liquid, and Qiandao silver liquid and Qiandao gold liquid are the same kind of treasure, but the grade is much lower. The Outer World Alliance has Qiandao silver liquid, maybe there is 1000 golden liquid. And there is only one place for the heart of the strange crystal, and that is the strange crystal family in the strange crystal world. This family is very powerful, and there are many 5th stage high-order infinite lifeforms who want to enter the strange crystal world. Killing members of the Bizarre Crystal clan and grabbing the Bizarre Crystal heart in their bodies, without the strength of the 5th stage high-level immeasurable beings, is almost courting death. After what the great ancestor of blood said, Yi Tian had a sufficient understanding of these 3 materials. Knowing where these materials are available is much easier, but whether you can get them or not is a matter of trying. First go to the Outer World Alliance to cooperate and see if you can get some Qiandao silver liquid. Yi Tian is going to use the 1000 Dao silver liquid to fuse into the 1000 Dao gold liquid, this should be possible. If it is successful, then there is no shortage of 1000 golden liquid. Although the Outer Boundary Alliance is a force outside the Xuanqi territory, it also has sites and strongholds in the Xuanqi territory. This day, Yi Tian came to one of the main strongholds of the Outer Boundary Alliance, the Jingling Mountain Branch. According to Yi Tian's understanding, the Jingling Mountain Branch is the most important stronghold of the Outer Boundary Alliance, no less than the headquarters of some top powers. There is a 4th stage high-order immeasurable life form sitting here, and there are many 3rd stage high-order immeasurable life forms. When Yi Tian came here, the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form also sensed it. A burly man appeared in front of Yi Tian. He was the 4th stage of the Outer Worlds Alliance, a high-level immeasurable being, the great ancestor of Camel Mountain. I have seen the great ancestor of Camel Mountain. Yi Tian said politely. When the ancestor of Tuoshan saw Yi Tian, he naturally recognized it. However, he was shocked by Yi Tian's cultivation. 5 whole body tempering. He knew that Yi Tian had only broken through to the 4th stage of high-level immeasurable life form. It is reasonable to say that this is the first time for the whole body to temper. No matter how fast the cultivation speed is, there is no shortage of resources. Incredible. As a result, Yi Tian has completed 5 whole body tempering. Such a cultivation speed simply makes him unbelievable. Even the 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings with the fastest cultivation speed in the Outer Alliance cannot have such cultivation speed. The great ancestor of Camel Mountain became extremely respectful at this moment. Yi Tian, who had just broken through before, could easily kill the great ancestor of Tongshan Mountain. Now that he has completed 5 whole body tempering, his strength is probably invincible among the 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings. For such a monstrous ancestor, even an out-of-bounds alliance would not want to offend him. I have seen the 5.9 endless great ancestor. The great ancestor of Camel Mountain said with great respect. Immediately, he asked again, what is the matter of the great ancestor hentai visiting our outer boundary alliance? He has. God is here to ask for trouble, then he is sure, absolutely kill. At this time, Yi Tian said, the great ancestor of Tuoshan, I want to discuss cooperation transactions with the Outer World Alliance. Partnership deals. The great ancestor of Tuoshan was a little puzzled. He didn't know what Yi Tian wanted to cooperate and trade. I have a batch of immeasurable blood gold stones in my hand. I don't know if the Outer Worlds Alliance is interested. I want to trade some 1,000 silver liquid. Yi Tian believes that the Outer Boundary Alliance should be interested. After all, this kind of transaction is only good for the outside alliance, not bad. Chapter 2380 Fusion, 1,000 golden liquids. Open black lens bracket seeking full order close black lens bracket. Endless great ancestor, are you talking about using immeasurable blood gold stones to trade with us thousands of silver liquids? The great ancestor of Tuoshan thought he had heard it wrong, so he confirmed it again. Yes, Yi Tian nodded. The great ancestor Tuoshan tried to calm himself, and then asked, I don't know how many blood and gold stones the great ancestor Endless has used for trading. Trade 10,000 pieces first. Yi Tian said, 10,000. This number surprised the great ancestor of Tuoshan. This is a very huge number. If he prompts the completion of this transaction, he will also get a part of the reward of immeasurable blood stone. He hadn't gotten resources like the infinite blood gold stone for a long time. If there is a part of the immeasurable blood gold stone, he is sure to impact the second whole body tempering. Endless great ancestor, I have to discuss with other high-level officials of the Outer World Alliance first, and then give you an answer. The great ancestor of Camel Mountain said quickly. Okay, I'll wait here. Yi Tian said, sitting cross-legged and waiting silently. The great ancestor Tuoshan was the first to find other high-level officials of the Outer Boundary Alliance. After all, he could not privately move all the Qiandao silver liquid of the Outer Boundary Alliance, and he had to obtain the consent of other high-level officials. It didn't take long for Tuoshan Grand Ancestor to obtain the approval of the other 29 high-level executives, and even obtain the authorization of a deputy leader. Jingling Mountain Branch. The ancestor of Tuoshan came back and officially cooperated with Yi Tian to trade. And this time, there is not only a great ancestor of the Tuoshan great ancestor, but also another 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form, who is also a senior of the faction of the Tuoshan great ancestor. Yi Tian discussed with the 2 great ancestors for a while and determined the transaction price. An immeasurable blood gold stone can be exchanged for 30 drops of Qiandao silver liquid, which is a very reasonable price. Soon, the first transaction was completed. Yi Tian exchanged 10,000 pieces of immeasurable blood gold stone for 300,000 drops of Qiandao silver liquid from the Outer World Alliance. He also did not expect that the Outer Worlds Alliance had so many thousand paths of silver liquid. It seems that the Outer World Alliance has mastered a breeding ground for Qiandao silver liquid, and the reserves of Qiandao silver liquid are definitely a lot. Yi Tian thought to himself. However, he didn't need too much Qiandao silver liquid, so he did not continue to trade. Certainly, he also offered to trade with him for several other materials he needed, but the Outer Alliance said no. But even if there is, they will not take it out for trading. After all, the value of those materials is much rarer and more precious than the infinite blood gold stone. Ruined Stone Tower. After Yi Tian came back, he began to fuse those 1,000-way silver liquid into a 1,000-way gold liquid. A drop of Qiandao silver liquid was fused together, and only 16 drops of Qiandao silver liquid were used to fuse a drop of Qiandao gold liquid. And he has 300,000 drops of Qiandao golden liquid in his hand, and he can fuse tens of thousands of golden liquid. This amount is enough. Now that he has countless blood gold stones and thousands of gold liquids in his hands, he only needs to gather the other 4 materials. This day, Yi Tian finally got the news about the blood of the gods. Xuanqi's territory has the blood of the gods, but almost all of them are controlled by the top forces. Divine blood soil is very useful, and he can grow some rare resources. For example, the immeasurable blood spirit tree that Yi Tian obtained before can be planted and survived in the divine blood soil. Many resources take a long time to be nurtured, but a lot of time can be reduced in the blood of the gods, so many top powers will not trade the blood of the gods. But this time, there is a big power that is willing to trade their own blood. This great force is the Cantilevered Heaven Pavilion. The strength of Canshan Pavilion is not weak. Although it is not as good as Xuanqi Pavilion, it also has 4th stage high-level immeasurable life forms. This time, Canshan Pavilion encountered a big trouble, so Yi Tian was buying the blood of the gods, so he was going to ask him for help in return. Go to Canshan Pavilion to see the situation first. Yi Tian soon came to the headquarters of the Cannibal Pavilion, where he met the pavilion master of the Cantilever Pavilion, that is, the 4th stage high-level immeasurable being the great ancestor of the sunset. Sunset Patriarch, you want to exchange my blood for my help, what exactly is it? Yi Tian asked. The great ancestor of the sunset said quickly, the great ancestor of the endless heaven, we have a total of 3 4th stage high-level immeasurable beings in our Cantilever Pavilion. This time, one of our Cannibal Pavilion's 4th stage high-order immeasurable beings is trapped. In the Infinite Realm ruins, I would like to ask you to help rescue. Once rescued, we will offer the blood of God. One of your 4th stage high-order immeasurable beings is trapped in the Infinite Boundary ruins, why do you want me to help? You are not sure. Even if you are not sure, you can find other top 4th stage high-order immeasurable beings from other forces. Right, Yi Tian asked curiously. The great ancestor Sunset said helplessly, the great ancestor of the endless, the most powerful person in our Cantilevered Heaven Pavilion is me, but I have only completed 3 whole body tempering, my strength is limited and there is no hope at all. As for other forces, it is not dare to take risks, they are also afraid of damaging a 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form. Therefore, other forces are not willing to help. Then why do you think I would be willing to help? Yi Tian said with a smile. The great ancestor Sunset said, we can only give it a try. If the great ancestor Endless is not willing, we can only find other ways. I agreed, Yi Tian said without hesitation. Other big injections into the immeasurable world market adventure, but he is not afraid of 267. Thank you for the great ancestor. The great ancestor Sunset is very excited. He knows Yi Tian's current strength a little bit. He has been tempered 5 times in his entire body. In addition, his own combat power is far beyond that of the same rank. Therefore, his current strength is probably almost invincible in the 4th stage. If Yi Tian makes a move, there is a great chance of successfully rescuing the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form from Canshan Pavilion. Tell me the exact location. Yi Tian urged. The great ancestor Sunset immediately informed Yi Tian of the location, and provided Yi Tian with a passage to enter the Infinite Boundary ruins. This passage is controlled by the Taichan Palace, allowing the great ancestors of other forces to enter the Infinite Realm ruins, only need to pay a certain fee. And the 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form in Canshan Pavilion entered the Infinite Boundary ruins through this passage, and the location of the accident was not too far from that passage. Subsequently, under the leadership of the great ancestor of Sunset, Yi Tian came to the passage of Taichan Palace, where a great ancestor of Taichan Palace sat. This great ancestor is also a 4th stage high-level immeasurable life form, and has completed 7 whole body tempering, so his strength is very strong. After great ancestor Sunset paid the fee, he let Yi Tian enter the Infinite Boundary ruins. After entering the Infinite Realm ruins, Yi Tian rushed to the place where the great ancestor's accident occurred in the Cantilevered Heaven Pavilion.